I think worrying takes away from faith. I think fear takes away from faith. The reason why I say that is because we could worry all day long, right? And it's like worrying is not going to help us. We could have a 24-hour worry center where we could pick up the phone and go, hey, how you doing? JDF Frank, you're worried. Me too, me too. It really takes away from faith. And fear takes away from faith. I think that we have to wake up and we have to, when I say live fearlessly, I say fearless Frank. Fearless doesn't mean foolishly. Fearless means to believe in faith. Lean on faith, and faith will take you. And I'm telling you, the worrying doesn't help. The stress doesn't help, because I've been there. I'm going through that stuff myself. And being like fearful is not going to help. But being proper and not foolish, I think, is going to help us in the long run. So, we just got to do what we got to do. We got to follow our heart. And, we're going to try not to stress. I don't think I can pull anyone here online and someone can tell me how not to stress. Stress is real. It's there. But if you feed into it, just like if you feed into anxiety, right? This is a proven fact. Charles Lindor method, proven fact that if you talk about anxiety, anxiety gets worse. Sometimes you got to fight it. No one has ever died from anxiety. We have anxiety attacks and all that stuff. But, the minute we start talking about it, it's like grows like a vine, like one of those vines, right? So we start thinking more about it. So I think the best thing in life, from stress, anxiety, just being fearful of things, having doubt, it does take away from our faith. And even on the end of the day, man, if we take all that away and we try not to worry, we try not to stress, it's not going to help us doing that. It's bad for us medically. But I think if we can wake up and just count the blessings. Wow, I'm here. I have a roof over my head, and I have a purpose in life. And that purpose in life for everyone out there is to help someone else. Because if you're stressed, say that you are becoming a parent and you're worried and you're stressed about it. Someone out there that is a parent that can give you advice, that's their purpose in life. So I think our purpose in life is just to give. And I think if we give, we're going to be taken care of. I really do think that. fall. Well, it's been a while since I rode. I'm sure at times everyone has moped. But this ain't me. I don't want to go back to where I was. All I could do is pray and hope, shake it off. But when I do, my mind says, nope. I mean, how do I deal with this? How do I even cope? I don't want to slide, but it is a slippery slope. I'm struggling, I'm grabbing, I slip because I missed the rope. My emotions are overflowing like a waterfall. The words I speak are positive. Well, at least I think they are. Overall, with stress occurring regularly, it's too fast. It's a hand sign. Emotions are thrown like a curveball. But how can you even breathe when the air feels like ethanol? I mean, I want to fight back my mind. I want to brawl, but when I punch, I'm on the ground. I mean, I see the takedown. I begin to sprawl, but I miss. All I can do is crawl. Then I disappear. I'm gone. And it's just me staring at the ceiling wall. I mean, people can see my pain. You can see it in my eyeball. The sun would shine, but the darkness moves in, becomes a rainfall. I'm all over the place like a human pinball. So I delay and I begin to stall. Please, God, take my hand before I fall.
All right. How's everybody doing? Woo! It's going to be a good stream today. I promise. This is going to be, I think it's going to be good. I don't want to jinx myself. Fresh from my work seminar. Oh man, I got, the world is changing, right? The world is changing. I know we all here for JDF. Please like the stream on the way in. I have done what I think is my best investigation in my life. I don't know. I mean, all my other investigations, right? You could request them. You could do a record request at the company I used to work for. And you can get them, and then you can see them. You can be like, maybe I ain't look in the mirror. I didn't really have time to prep. I took a nap. I think my tie is crooked. Maybe it is. Maybe it is a little bit. But anyway, this is good. So let's first start off who I am. I am Henry Resilient. I am the seeker of truth. And I think I would call y'all the truth seekers because I think y'all want the truth too. So I'm the seeker of truth and y'all are the truth seekers. So we are good. I used to be an investigator, and shout out to my old boss. I actually saw him at the seminar today. It was pretty cool. He's a great guy. I saw all my old bosses, matter of fact. Like, if you want to make it in corporate America, you want that 6 figures, you 7 figures, or whatever you want to do in corporate America, you're going to have to quit your job. You're going to have to quit your job. You're going to have to go somewhere else. You're going to have to quit that job, and you're going to have to go somewhere else. Basically, once you get the skills that you want for the job that you really want, and the company you at won't promote you, just quit. Go find someone else, And it's no hard feelings. But anyway, let's get back to it. So I'm an investigator. I was an investigator for 8 years. After 5 years, I got promoted and I started training other people how to be investigators, how to dig deep, get down to the facts. And the company I work for, it was just about money. Everything's about money these days. And they either wanted someone was trying to extract money from my company, or maybe wasn't paying my company and receiving a service. Yes. And that's pretty much what I would investigate. I would interview people. I would take pictures. I would write a statement. I would collect statements. I would do calculations about, how much money was my company missing out on, right? Or how much money, was my company supposed to pay out on? Because every now and then I would have to pay out, right? And if you seeking my company to pay out and you lie to me, I will be your worst enemy, right? You lie to me, I will be your worst enemy. But if you tell the truth and you got, the evidence supports your truth, I'm your best friend. I'm the guy you want to come, because if you're telling the truth, it's all good. But somebody came on this live. Last time I went live and they lied. Ooh, we gonna get to it. I'll give you a hint. He said, "Stop digging, bro." Y'all know who he was? You know who he was? Anyway, so it's promoting people. I got promoted, saw my bosses today, and the world is changing. You know how I know the world is changing? Someone was given a presentation, and they said it was something about seashells or whatever. I'm not going to act like I don't remember, but it was about seashells. And they basically collect these seashells and then they put them back at sea. And they said we would give them to the fisher people. You know why? They said fisher people. not fisherman, because you can't say fisherman anymore because women can be fisher women or people too. So anyway, I really don't get into all that, but I just thought it was funny. But let's get into it. So what do we have coming up today? We got a police report update. Police report update. That's right. I want that police report. I want that police report so bad, so bad. And it was like, nope, they not. Well, they didn't say no because they can't say no. And I'll tell you why they can't say no, but they can delay. They could delay. And we are going to go through that. And Robin, I don't know if Robin in the chat, I'm trying to convince her to be a lawyer. She said we had a good argument. Well, not an argument, more like a conversation about what is a deadbeat dad. She said he was a deadbeat. And I was like, well, what's a deadbeat? Because like, if you're a lawyer, when people use those subjective words, you have no idea, right? You got no idea. Like, what is a deadbeat? And I'm gonna ask y'all, did Shauna alienate her kids from their dad? That's right, Shauna, right? You know Shauna. We know Shauna from this picture right here. I put it in the thumbnail. Make sure I got it. This right here, this picture right here. That's Shauna in the white. I don't know the name of it. Sorry, y'all. I don't do karate. But that's Shauna right there. Did she alienate the kids from the father? And we got our first donation. Tony was on some shady stuff. Thank you, Dust Productions, for donating to the cause. By Tony, do you mean JDF's BFF, his best friend for life? That guy? Yeah, we gonna get to it, because what people don't know is when you come on this stream, or if you close to JDF, there's a lot of people who send me information that are close to JDF, and they send me information about other people who are associated with JDF, maybe some things JDF was involved, and definitely I got some information on Tony. But we not here to bash, we're not here to bully. And speaking of bashing or bully, we want people to be respectful of all parties. We want people to be respectful of each other in the chat, because we want to kind of keep it classy. We want to show some class with this. Okay, so let's get back into it. Dust Productions, I'm gonna put some respect on your name because you sponsored the show, man. Dust Productions be looking out. I appreciate you, man. So where are we at? Robin, go be a lawyer. We're going to discuss if Shauna did alienate her kids, and I will show y'all evidence, proof from one of the kids admitting to how Shauna would do. Now, you going to see, when I show you that proof, I'll put a poll up, and we'll go through parental alienation and what that is, because some people don't know what parental alienation is, so we're going to talk about that. And also, a new moderator, I don't even know if she's here, Muskrat. She was like, that Tony interview, you did a master class of composure, right? Do you think Tony is the first person I interviewed who was hostile or perceived as hostile? Let me not say he was hostile. Let's say just he was perceived as being hostile. Look, like I said, when I go to interview people for my company, or when I would, either people would love me or hate me, and you can't match that energy. So when we gonna get to it, and I'll break down everything. I'll break down why I said what I said, some of the questions I did say to him, some of the questions I just omitted. We gonna cover that. What else we gonna cover, right? Look, the moment y'all been waiting for. Why did he do it? Was it divorce? Was it his reputation? Was it the Illuminati? Was it, someone who said the JFK thing? Was it the JFK thing?
Nope.
Anyway, everyone wants to know, why did he do it? Sadly, only he knows why he did it. But based on the evidence, the facts I found, which I believe to be definitive, right? Look, you are my boss. We're going to go through some phases. You're going to be my boss. And then in his last moment, you are going to be JDF, because I am going to walk you through everything. Which reminds me, I didn't prepare a tab. Got too confident. It's okay. We still going to pull it up. We're going to walk through it. Okay. So, and also, right, this is too good. This is too good. Like I said, I got evidence. I got some would say proof. But I think I may have caught Tammie in a little lie. Uh-oh. I think I caught her in a lie, guys. A lie. A lie. A lie in that People article. Just a small lie, just a little lie. Maybe it's a lying by omission. Lying by omission versus lying is two different things. People who lie by omission, I give grace. Like Skye, I give Skye grace because guess what? Skye, I guess I'm her BFF now. I don't know. Maybe we cool, maybe we not. Maybe we got to pray for Skye, y'all. Can we get some clouds in the chat for Skye? Let's give Skye some grace. You put a cloud in the chat for Skye because we team everybody, but we gonna go through everybody. And like I said, Skye, me and Skye are cool for the time being. Okay, so that's right. I think I caught Tammie in a lie. And the sad thing, not even the people who are anti-Tammie caught the lie. And, come to think of it, I mean, I caught it, but I just kind of like, is it a lie? But then I did some evidence digging. I was like, oh, I think she lied, y'all. But I'm going to show y'all everything. So let's start at the beginning, right? Because this story actually starts with this picture right here. Because we know JDF, and that's all his kids from his first marriage. We got a question, and look, you ask a question, please be respectful in the questions, but we got a question, and they said we're gonna put some respect on DJ Knives the Fourth. Did Tammie commit insurance fraud? That's an excellent question. Now look, this is a clever question, guys. This is a clever question. This is a roundabout way asking, did Tammie do something to basically, did she have a part in JDF's demise to collect the insurance money? Now, if you saw Wives with Knives, everyone out there is trying to commit insurance fraud. But I will tell you this, did she commit insurance fraud? I'm gonna let y'all figure that out once I show you all the evidence. We may come back to that, DJ Knives the Fourth. That's an excellent question. Did she commit insurance fraud? We'll get to it. I promise you. I promise you. It's all planned out. I got the whole script planned out. So we're starting at the beginning. We see the picture of the family. We see Shauna, and that's where we're gonna start at the beginning, right? This is a picture of a family that was fractured. Okay, let me add my brand in, and then we gonna get to it. That was a picture of a fractured family because marriage. They were married. Everyone's together. Everyone's happy. Boom. Everyone gets divorced, and we know Shauna cashed JDF out. Got some alimony. Got some child support. Got a lump sum payment. She, we gonna get to it. But did she alienate her kids from their father? That's the $1 million question. That's the $1 million question. So what we gonna do? We gonna go back to Skye's interview. We gonna go back to it. We gonna share the screen. We gonna make it big. We gonna make it big. All right. So shout out to FC The Truth again for coming through with, yes, right, Alicia S. Poll question coming soon after we get through the alienation segment. All right. So we're going to hear what Skye has to say about growing up. Let's play it.
Of a legend like Jason David Frank, and just take us through that.
So like if I'm being 100% honest, like my dad wasn't really around like that, growing up.
Please excuse the jump cuts. This ain't one of my interviews, but FC The Truth, he got the interview.
I remember seeing him like a few times here and there. Like I flew to go see him on Christmas with my brothers when I was like 12.
Okay.
I was always proud that he was my dad, because it was cool saying that, like, hey, my dad's a Power Ranger and stuff like that. But
right.
He was in my life when he was married with my mom, and then kind of like once.
Okay, he was in the life when married with mom. Like, well, we expect him to be in the life when married with mom, right? Because he's married. Let's keep going because she's about to introduce the parental alienation segment that we're going to do a deep dive into. And then we're going to show you what parental alienation is, what one of the kids in that picture said. And then I'll just put up a poll and say, hey, did, she alienate the kids? Because people don't understand that parental alienation has long-term impacts.
He married Tammie, he just like disappeared. And so that's kind of like why I felt so many things towards Tammie, because I was told by certain family members, like, hey, she's the reason why.
All right. I was told by certain family members, she's the reason why. Okay. She's the reason why. She's the reason why. So now when you say, hey, you're basically villainizing Tammie, if you will, saying, hey, this is the reason your dad don't come around. It's her right here. But we gonna get to it. We gonna get to it.
He's not involved. It just, it never made sense to me why he just walked out on all of us. But then when she came in the picture, it kind of started making sense,
Okay. He walked out. She came in the picture, started making sense. His wife filed for divorce. Right. So it wasn't that he walked out. She said, I can't do this no more. She threw the grenade in the family, blew it up. Boom. I can't do it no more. So kids, I got to talk to your fathers, but we gonna get to that. We gonna get to it.
What I mean,
Right.
new family, daughter.
Did you get a vibe from?
Okay, new family, new daughter. That's all we need to hear from this right here. And I want to address a contributor, Sean McAllister. What does he say? She probably did not, knowing she did. So, okay, Sean McAllister, this is a reference to the insurance fraud. She probably committed insurance fraud, not knowing she did. Can you commit insurance fraud without knowing she did? Can you accidentally delete someone without knowing you deleted them?
Nope.
Anyway, so excellent. Thank you for the contribution, Sean McAllister. And we are going to get to it. So now let's go into the parental alienation segment, guys. We got a nice video. Hold up. Let me get to the downloads.
There's a new class.
All right. Let me make this zoom to field. Let me stop that. Let me present, share screen. And here we go. Here we go. All right. This is on parental alienation. Thank you, Sean, for the donation. And we're going to just let this play a little bit. And I'm going to talk you guys through it because let me actually remove the brand because it's hiding something. Is parental alienation child abuse?
Classification of child abuse that usually happens when two parents divorce or separate.
All right. So two parents divorce or separate. This is usually when it happens. We have two parents that separate or divorce. These are facts, not speculation. They did divorce.
One parent will try and turn a child against the other parent.
I get emails from people from coast to coast to coast and internationally raising concerns about being cut off from their children, being cut off from their grandchildren. This is clearly a significant problem.
It's called parental alienation. Researchers are calling it a serious case of child abuse, which can lead to depression and a lower quality of life. We're joined now by Tammie Shamoon. She's a registered psychologist and a co-founder.
Irony, Tammie Shamoon is about to talk about child abuse when Tammie is literally at the center of this all.
Founder of the Institute of Child Psychology. Tammie, thanks for taking some time to speak with us this
Yeah,
evening.
thank you for having us.
Now, I've never been through it, but I doubt it's uncommon for divorcing parents or separating parents to fight and badmouth the other parent, especially in front of the kid. At what point is it jump from just badmouthing to parental alienation?
I think it's when one parent has an agenda. We're looking at a parent who has something that they want to, that other parent to be taken out of the picture. And that motive comes from that parent feeling very hurt and they feel they want to punish their ex-significant other through use of the children.
Okay, this is typical, right? This is typical when men and women separate and they have kids. Hey, I'm the hero. It's typically women. We're going to talk about women because they get away with it. And we're going to show you proof. We're going to show you evidence.
So I think it's one thing for a parent to get angry and then spout something off. And it's another thing for it to be very calculated. And this tends to be more of a calculated act on behalf of a distressed parent. Okay,
so calculated means intentional. Hey, the reason why your father is gone, right? The reason why he is gone is because he has this new woman in his life. So now you're putting all the blame, you kind of like taking it off dad and putting it on the woman. So as a child, you hear this, hey, I can't see my dad. Oh, why? It's because of her. So now even when you come into you meet her, you like, oh, this is why I can't, she's the reason I can't see my dad. You're not giving her a fair shot. I would never tell my daughter anything disparaging about her mom. Never. Never. Hey, I would never blame her, even though if I could, look, these damn pot. Anyway, yes, I'm going through a divorce, guys, for y'all who don't know.
Now, this you mentioned, it's supposed to punish the other parent, but how this actually has an impact on children in the short and long term.
All right. Now, impact on children, short and long term. If you watch that interview, I didn't find the spot where she said how she felt growing up, but she is about to basically say how Skye felt growing up and probably how the brothers felt growing up.
Right. I mean, biologically, children were meant to be connected to and attached to both parents. And when this happens, you got to remember a child is half of each parent. And when a child is alienated from just the biological parent, now they may not show this outwardly at first, but as you had mentioned, we'll see issues later on down the road with things like such as depression and anger.
Ooh, depression. Sound is dead. Muted. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Your audio is out. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry about that. Thank you for saying it. Give me 1 second. I'll get it back. I promise you. Because that is pivotal to what we need to talk about. Give me 1 second. I'll play it from my TikTok. Give me 1 second. Sure. All right, sound is muted. Sorry, guys. Sound is back. All right, let me share it. Because y'all really need to hear that. Sorry about that. It's totally my fault, and we're gonna go through it. I'm not gonna interrupt it as much. All right, share. And man. All right, I'm struggle streaming, but
There's a new classification of child abuse that usually happens when two parents divorce or separate. One parent will try and turn a child against the other parent.
I get emails from people from coast to coast to coast and internationally raising concerns about being cut
y'all
off
can hear it
from
now.
their
Thank you.
children, being cut off from their grandchildren. This is clearly a significant problem.
It's called parental alienation. Researchers are calling it a serious case of child abuse, which can lead to depression and a lower quality of life. We're joined now by Tammie Shamoon. She's a registered psychologist and a co-founder of the Institute of Child Psychology. Tammie.
All right, let's read this super chat from Brent Fam. And this is the guy who comes on at the end. Thanks to your investigation, I know not to give Jenna any money for autographs and pictures at potential conventions promoting Legend of the White Dragon. I'm shocked by Jenna's lack of class and dignity. I guess that's a fair statement because I've seen her taking jabs at her sister, but we really hoping they work it out because as we know, we went through the trust and everything was left to Jenna. And that little sibling rivalry, it leaked over and people respond. You can't, hey, I'm sure Jenna felt like she was getting attacked and she responded with, hey, at least I'm getting everything, which, I don't encourage anyone to do. But thank you, Brent Fam, for the donation. We're going to get back to it.
Thanks for taking some time to speak with us this
Yeah,
evening.
thank you for having us.
Now, I've never been through it, but I doubt it's uncommon for divorcing parents or separating parents to fight and badmouth the other parent, especially in front of the kid. At what point is it jump from just badmouthing to parental alienation?
Well, I think it's when one parent has an agenda. We're looking at a parent who has something that they want to, that other parent to be taken out of the picture. And that motive comes from that parent feeling very hurt and they feel they want to punish their ex-significant other through use of the children. So I think it's one.
All right, this happens often. Hey, I want to turn I want to turn my kids against the other one. That happens.
One thing for a parent to get angry and then spout something off, and it's another thing for it to be very calculated. And this tends to be more of a calculated act on behalf of a distressed parent.
Now, this you mentioned, it's supposed to punish the other parent, but how this actually has an impact on children in the short and long term.
Right. I mean, biologically, children were meant to be connected to and attached to both parents. And when this happens, you got to remember a child is half of each parent. And when a child is alienated from one of the parents, they're especially biological parents, or it could be a grandparent or another person, but particularly when we're talking about parental alienation, that child is basically told that that other parent is no good.
So we know at an early age that Skye was told that Tammie is the reason that the father is not in the life. So instantly as a kid, you blame Tammie automatically. You don't even blame the father. You could blame the father for being with Tammie, but the emphasis on is dad's not in life, Tammie is, new family.
And by default, what we're actually saying is that child is no good. And that's where the trauma happens, is the child then feels there's something wrong with them inherently. Now, they may not.
And that's what I told you guys. In her interview, she said she felt like she was not with her dad because of something she did, okay? Something she did.
Not show this outwardly at first, but as you had mentioned, we'll see issues later on down the road with things like such as depression and anger.
All right, so depression and anger. Okay, now we about to show you guys a live look at what parental alienation looks like. All right, this is clear cut, no excuse for parental alienation, and it's just going to be a minute. I'm not going to interrupt it. We just going to walk straight through it. So pay attention.
I'm a mother who uses parental alienation.
What's that mean?
My relationship with your father is over. And now I want the relationship with you and him to be over too.
But he's my dad.
I know, but I can't stand him. And I'm unconsciously using you to hurt him. This is why I make his visitation so difficult. Why I talk negatively about him and
See, this is making visitation difficult, right? Mr. Palmer called these women baby mama terrorists, okay? Shout out to Mr. Palmer. But this is a clear-cut sign of parental alienation. When the father goes to pick up the kid, they're going to make it as challenging and as hard as possible, okay? Your mothers may have done this to your father.
and
And don't forget, men could do it too, but realistically, it's mostly women. Sorry, guys.
chance I get. And why I don't really care that he wants to see you. His feelings are completely irrelevant to me. Honestly, I don't even think of him as your father anymore.
Well, I do.
Don't you love time with mommy? We do everything you want to do. And your father's house isn't fun anyway.
All right. You see this? Do y'all see this? You think this is a skit, right? Some people say this is a skit. No, this is real life. Real life.
Unless you don't love me and you want to go live at his house.
Okay, here's what I'm learning. I have to pick
Look
a
at
side.
this.
There's no understanding for how any of this impacts me. Just to focus on the issues you two have with each other. It's extremely toxic because I have to consistently listen to a smear campaign about my parent from my parent. I miss time with my dad. I miss playing outside, camping, or just watching things together with him, but I'm too afraid to say that because it feels like I'm betraying you in some way. So I keep my feelings in. And while I'm missing him, I've heard so many things about him that I don't even know what's true or not anymore. I'm being gaslit, so I'm learning to not trust myself. In 20 years, I'm going to learn that I was lied to, or that a lot of stories were exaggerated. And I'm going to have so much anger and resentment towards you. But because I was never allowed to express myself here or how I feel, I'm going to direct that anger and that resentment towards myself. I'll engage in all types of self-harm.
All right. Did you hear that? Do I need to replay that? I see y'all going back and forth in the okay. I see y'all going back and forth in the chat. I'm telling you, forget the chat. Focus on this. This is bigger than what's in the chat. I'm telling you. This is proof of parental alienation, guys. This is proof of parental alienation. Now we go.
Parental alienation. You're like, what in the hell is that? But again, if you come from a broken home, odds are you have had some form of parental alienation committed against you, meaning you were abused by one of your parents or one of your relatives, with them indoctrinating you with the belief that your parent, the other parent, was no good. One parent says the other parent is no good. They will use the hero syndrome. I'm the better parent. I'm the hero. Both men and women do this one, but women get away with it far much. I'm the better parent. You should hate this other parent. This parent didn't write you. They don't call you. They don't say they love you. So what will happen is the kid doesn't have a phone. The kid doesn't check the mailbox. The kid doesn't do any of these things. And then they find out years later, oh, you were sending me birthday cards. My mother never gave it to me. Some of you guys are.
All right. So look, if you guys don't know, does everyone have a clear cut of what parental alienation is, right? Hopefully everyone has a clear cut of what it is. We're going to do one more.
Where's my father? Nowhere to be.
All right. This, I know, I see I'm triggering some of y'all because some of y'all are either going through a custody battle or, Brian McDougal, see ya. All right, cool. Brian McDougal is gone. Trolls. Oh man. Anyway, this is about to, I see some of y'all getting triggered because y'all have either been alienated or fathers are going through it. But this is about to be real time. Someone talking about how they were alienated. And then we're going to get to the kid's confession of being alienated. And it's going to blow y'all away because it blew me away.
Be found. You know why he was nowhere to be found? I just got a relationship with him a few months ago because my mom told me my dad wasn't to keep me away from my dad. I'm 26, bro. I finally talked to my dad. He's a good dude. My mom told me my dad has not paid child support since I was a kid. I finally meet this. He has envelopes full of shit proof showing he been paying child support.
I keep trying to tell y'all, there's so many of you guys out there that need to get the full story from your fathers, the full unadulterated truth from their perspective. Even if you had all of
Where's my father? Nowhere to be.
Look, this is real. This is not a skit. This guy didn't see his father for 26 years only to find out his mom was alienating him from him. We're going to play it one more time. Then we're going to get to the proof I'll load it up.
Found. You know why he was nowhere to be found? I just got a relationship with him a few months ago because my mom told me my dad wasn't to keep me away from my dad. I'm 26, bro. I finally talked to my dad. He's a good dude. My mom told me my dad has not paid child support since I was a kid. I finally meet this. He has envelopes full of shit proof showing he been paying child support.
I keep trying to tell y'all, there's so
All right, so we got that right. Now let's get to the proof. This is where one of the kids from the picture. Let's go back to the picture where it all starts right here. Admits to their mother, Shauna, alienating their father from them. And I wish you guys would stop going back and forth in the chat. I don't know why y'all arguing. Like gosh. Y'all focusing on the wrong things, but look, I can't make y'all pay attention. I'm happy y'all here. I see we got 255,000 people watching and only 133,000 likes. Can we get like 10,000 more likes, please? Can we like the stream for all this time, energy, and effort I'm putting into it? All right, so let's get to the person who confided into that they were alienated. All right, boom, right here. Share. All right, we're going to remove this banner. And what is this, guys? What is this? We're going to zoom to fill. This is JDF's child support payments, okay? Now, this is just a snapshot of them. But before, look, this is all public record. You want to see how much JDF paid in child support? Ain't nothing but a thing, right? So what was he paying? He is paying $2,300 a month in child support. That is back in 2008, and I did a little conversion where we account for inflation. Is roughly about $3,100. Now this is tax-free dollars. Okay, this is tax-free. You don't have to claim this on your taxes. It's like free money, right? And he's paying this to Shauna. Okay, I could scroll up, but I wanted to zoom to fill. This is Shauna Frank at the top. And thanks to our good friend Jacob for providing this for us, right? And you're going to see kind of like my true, raw, uncut interactions with Jacob. All right, let's go through it. Let's go through the conversation. So we saw the payments. Now, look, I want to bring something to y'all attention. From 2008, at the end of 2008 to 2011, he paid a whopping $63,900 to child support. Like, God. Oh, sorry, sound effects, guys. Sorry. I know how y'all feel about the sound effects. Let me turn it. Oh, no, I got to turn it all the way up. But anyway, sorry about the sound effects. 63,000. So let's get into this conversation where Jacob actually admits to, you'll see what he admits to. So it's a screen record, right? This is screen record. All right. So our father paid his child support. Look how much he paid. Bro, that's not even everything. Okay, this is Jacob Frank. That's not even everything. What does he say? He wasn't a deadbeat. Now look, he removed some stuff. That's where you see how much should he have paid. Okay. And he said, you see it more. If Tammie is saying our dad committed fraud, then so did she because she hid certain assets in her name. But I don't care about that whole fraud thing. I want to care about the fact that I said, how much should he have paid? And his first freaking response was more. Are you serious? 2,300? I believe this is for 2 kids, maybe 1 kid. I got to do the math on their ages. I got the birth dates, but I just want to show you that he was paying 2,300. Jacob's instance result instantly said he should be paying more. And then he accuses his dad of committing fraud. Then so did she, because basically he's saying, my mom was trying to cash him out and he hid assets in Tammie's name so she couldn't cash him out further. Like, what the look, this is his son, right? All right, what does it say? Let me go back just a little bit. Look, I have no idea regarding the fraud charges. That's me. I don't know if he put assets in her name. No, I can't find that out. But let's keep playing. Now, this is me sharing my story, right? I pay child support. It's based on income. And how old were you? Sorry, I don't want to skip past that. And how old were you when he was paying child support? He also paid alimony and gave your mom a lump sum payout in the divorce, okay, in the divorce settlement. What does he say? I know about the divorce. I know what my mom got. Okay, so if you know what your mom got, why are you telling us that he should have paid more in child support? I don't get it. Was it not enough? Some people will never be satisfied. It will never be enough. But let's give Jacob a little grace. Don't get me too hyped up. My daughter's not here, so we can go tonight. We can go tonight. I saw everything go down. I was there at court. Okay. So this is me, right? This is me. So you saw your mom go for primary custody. You saw your mom didn't offer 50-50. You seen that, right? You seen that. You seen that with your eyes. This is me. This is me and Jacob talking. Just me and him talking. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. It's pauses. I do screen record, so I like to get the proof. Uh-oh. Let's get back. You know, everybody, you see, everybody don't like Tammie, but whatever. Tammie even said in one of her posts, I don't care what happens to me. I just want my daughter to be set for life. She's talking about Jenna, okay? If she doesn't care about what happens to her, then the question is, what would she be willing to sacrifice for her daughter to be set for life? You see this? So now that's insinuating she was sacrificed. Okay. All right. Focus on this conversation, not what's in the chat, but shout out to April and Budgie Cat because they already know exactly what I'm about to say. And I appreciate them monitoring what you guys are saying. Please time out anyone being disrespectful, making allegations. Let's just hear, let's support the content, like the stream, because we got almost 300,000 people in here. We 299 deep. We need 10 more likes, please. Okay, look at me. Let's go back. Tammie even said in her post, what do I say? Here we go, right? Maybe talk to me as if I know everything. Why would she say that? Okay, so this is me. Look, I already know about the death threat he made on the whole family. I know this. So what's happening is he's trying to basically play like, I don't know why she would say that, why she would probably not care necessarily. I can't speak for her about Jacob being okay. Okay, there we go. All right, and you about to hear some more pushback. Hey, you didn't answer the question regarding your mom asking for full custody. You were in the courtroom. Did you say, Mom, no, I want to see my dad more?
Nope.
No, he didn't. Probably not. Because you know what? I ain't going to insinuate, but there's a thing called a son husband. You guys got to look it up. I ain't going to go into it today. All right. This is more, look, I screen record a lot of things. If you important, you contact me, your stuff getting screen recorded. So you can't come back and say, I spoke to Henry and he didn't say that. And I'll be like, oh, I didn't? Oh, you sure? Anyway, you know why she wanted full custody? To collect more child support. Okay, this is me. This is me uncut, guys. This is what please stop talking about dad, weirdo. Okay. Uh-oh. We got another troll, another J Ray. Look, if you see moderators, if you see any Jennas, any Tammies, any Jacobs, any Skies, just block them. I don't got time to decipher if they're trolls or not. And I know that one was definitely a troll. Anywho, you know why she wanted full custody? To collect more child support. These are the conversations, right? These are the conversations that that kids don't have with their mom. Like, hey, why are we doing this? Why I only get to see my dad every other weekend and one day during the week? Did he want to see me more? Did he? Or did you just say that's not an option? And because you're in California and you know you got the leverage, you could say, well, he travels for work. I just want full custody. And I want as much child support as I can possibly get from this guy. All right, let's keep going. I don't want to skip over anything. All right. I don't know everything. Now, look, now he's backtracking, right? First, he said he know. I don't know everything there is to know because a lot of stuff happens behind closed doors. However, I know a lot. Which one is it? Do you know everything or you don't? I hate when people say, I know a lot, but I don't know much. Look, I know everything about, I wouldn't say everything, but like a lot of things about JDF, like some stuff I would never mention. Okay. I have kids now. I know how child support works. So now you got Jacob paying child support for his kids. So it's funny how history repeats itself because he's paying child support, but this ain't the good part. Because look, I know I'm getting them riled up because I'm hitting them with facts. You start hitting people with facts, they get, it's like a gut punch. Here you go, right? Uh-oh. Oh, hold on. Let's go back. What do I say? Your mother alienated your father for what looks to be, that's a typo, $11.50 a month. We know it was $2,300 a month. So basically, this is what happens. A mom would sacrifice their kids having a relationship with their father in lieu of collecting child support. It happens every day. Now, I got 50-50 custody and I'm paying child support. And typically when parents have 50-50 custody and someone insists on child support, it's punitive damages. It's, I'm mad that we're not together and I want him to hurt. So I'm gonna hit him in his pockets because that's the only way I could do it. We're not gonna get into nine stuff, but because we want to focus on them. As I grew up and became older, I became more wise. I never said my mom was an angel. Okay. I never said she was an angel, but you're not acknowledging some of the treachery and division she caused between you and your father. That's all I want him to do is acknowledge it, right? We gonna get it. We gonna get the confession. Not to mention, when your dad came to pick you up, she would call the cops on him. So remember when I said, hey, when you go with a person is trying to alienate the kids from a parent, they're gonna make it as difficult as possible for the father to be in the kid's life, okay? So this is what I'm talking about. This is what parental alienation looks like. What does he say? What do you guys think he says? All right, let's keep going. All right, hold on. I don't want to skip over it. Basically, what my kid's mother is doing to my kids and me, question mark, is what my mom did to our father. I know this stuff, bro. So now we got him admitting to knowing that his father is being alienated by his mother. Okay. Now, what does Hunter think about this? What does Skye think about this? Okay. All right, Brent, you got to chill out, man. I get what you're saying, but just chill, man. We get it. You wanted Jacob, who threatened to kill everybody at the funeral. We get it. Just because it's his father. But anyway, so this is him saying, hey, she's doing what I'm going through. All right. So this is me doing a callback. You upset he didn't pay more child support. You really should be upset with your mom for ripping your father out of your life. This is me putting the onus on the mother. Okay. Mother. Uh-oh. Out of your life. I reiterate, for $1,500 a month. No, I'm not upset he didn't pay more. I never even said anything remotely like that. I was just showing proof that my dad paid child support because people like to say he didn't pay child support. I've acknowledged he paid child support all the time. All the time. Especially our mom. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did you see that? What's that? People like to say he didn't pay child support, especially our mom. So what is the mom telling him? Hey, she not only telling him it's Tammie's fault. She's not only telling him that, you know, dad is not here for Tammie. She's also calling the cops on him. And she's also not telling the kids that she's receiving child support. Like, come on. Is this all right? Now that we not even through. We not even through. Yes, Patricia, we got 310,000 people watching right now. Can we get a couple, like 1,000 more likes? And shout out to we got a donation. I know I'm getting ramped up because I hate when I see this. I hate it. It drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. Shout out to Paco Ramen too. Give Henry a few likes for all his hard work and show some respect for that gold tie. I know I came in gold today. I came in hot. Team Henry, gold tie appreciation. I appreciate you. I can't say your name, Parker Man too. I appreciate you because you know how much hate mail I get? I get so much hate mail. I got so many detractors. I got so many people throwing dirt on my name. It ain't even funny, but hey, we gonna get through it. Thank you for that donation. You didn't have to do it. It was very generous of you. And everyone who donate, I appreciate it because y'all don't have to do it. I really don't. Thank you. All right. So look, let's get back to him. Hey, people like to say he didn't pay child support, especially our mom. Do y'all need y'all need to see that a little bit more? Especially our mom. Especially our mom. Especially our mom. She said, hey, he didn't pay child support. It's all Tammie's fault. And when he come to pick y'all up, I'm going to call the cops. Henry is resilient. That's hilarious. All right. Now, look, this is me like, look, I know exactly what I say in these streams. I'm always like, I know it. Like my memory ain't the best, but when it come to this, I say it. I say what's on my mind. I say what's on my mind and I remember it. And shout out to Dak exceeds his expectations, not convinced. That's a great name. That is a great name. Dak probably got one more week left of the season. What y'all think? Shout out to my Cowgirl fans. But what is Dak exceeded expectations? What does he think? What does he say? Keep up the good work, Henry. By the way, you know the Cowboys are beating Joe Burrow on the Super Bowl now. I ain't check no scores. Look. That's wishful thinking, right? Look, wishful thinking. We gonna see about that. Maybe I should start taking. We gonna talk about that. Thank you for the $5 donation and shout out to the Cowgirl fans. And we wish them no success. All right, thank you. All right. Anyway, in stream I said he paid child support and alimony, and you said he should have paid more. This is me calling them out, right? Because look. Don't lie to me, guys. Don't think I don't miss what you say. I know the details, the small details. All right. Look. Oh, gosh. All right. Sorry about this back and forth. Uh-oh. Pause it. Look, I would have done what my father did too. Now he's going back to accusing his father. Hide assets from my kid's mother because the justice system is all screwed up. Look at me. When you make these allegations, I catch him quickly, very quickly. Now you're accusing him of hiding assets from your mom. Ugh, gosh. This is bad. What does he say? He was already paying enough as it is. Everyone was going after his money. And look, which one is it, Jacob? You said he should have paid more support. Now you're saying he was paying enough. When someone don't answer your question, don't let them slide. Don't let them slide. Just don't let them slide. Don't ever let people slide without answering your questions. Do what you want, bro. This is why everyone uses voice messages instead of direct typing, because people always take things out of proportion and perceive things the way they want to. You said more. Anyway, shout out to Jacob though. We wish him success too, even though he be trolling me. Can we put some J's in the chat? Put some J's in the chat for Jacob, because you know, even if people like wrong me, I really don't wish them no wrong. I don't wish wrong for nobody. You know, I just don't. there's nothing in it for me to wish wrong or ill will on people, even if they wish wrong or ill will on me, even if they don't like me, even if they telling me shut up, even if they calling me nerds behind my back. I just don't care. So his child support, alimony, divorce settlement are all public records. If you this is the banger, right? This is the banger. Now, this is me taking a jab. This is me taking a jab because he pissed me off. If you and Skye relationship was so strong with him, why did he leave everything to Jenna? I think that's a fair question, but it's a little crass on my end. Only JDF knows why he left everything to Jenna. All right, he replied, my guess, because he didn't want our mom to benefit. Ooh. That's actually a great answer, Jacob. That's actually a great answer because he didn't want the mom to benefit. And like I said, I have a daughter and I have a healthy life insurance and assets and all that good crap. And I'm not leaving everything per se to my daughter because of this reason right here. I don't want her mother to benefit. And she gonna be taken care of, but it's gonna be left to someone not my daughter. Now, once my daughter get up the age and hopefully I'm still alive, because look, you know I got a daughter, right? This is right here. I'm gonna have a house full. This is lipstick. She's gonna be putting fake lipstick on me. Thank goodness it ain't real, but she's gonna be putting lipstick on me. She's gonna be doing my hair this weekend, and she know how to use water. So she's gonna be like, I'm gonna put some hair in your water to water in your hair, daddy. And we gonna do it up. And she actually called me midstream. I muted the mic, and that was me talking to her and telling her I love her because I talk to her every day, guys. Every day I talk to her, even when she's not in my custody. We FaceTime, and I'm happy she was not in the best of moods tonight because what she likes to do is she likes to call me back like 3 times. But anyway, I love my daughter, but this is real. This is real. So some fathers who are estranged from their mother with young kids will leave it to someone else with hopes that, hey, give this to my kid. Okay. Or maybe they'll put it in a trust and say they can't access it until they're 30 or 25. You know what I'm saying? We know JDF didn't do it like that. So we're still on parental alienation. Life isn't all about money. Okay. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. This is what I say, guys. You have to work some things out. I hope you do. It's funny how history repeats itself with you paying child support. My dad paid child support. I'm paying child support. I wish you and your family all the best. If you ever want to tell your story live, hopefully you reach out. We're going to have to resend that last part. He's not coming on this stream. But for your mother during divorce in custody, for your mother during the divorce in custody, she saw your dad as an ATM. Now your kid's mom sees you the same way. That is hard to hear. This is just truth bombs. Besides, there's a lot of people don't know. He left everything to Jenner. Who cares? I'll make money, my own money, and my father knows it. That's cool. Now, this is me hammering home. Most people saw JDF as an ATM. Imagine being him, guys. I want you guys to put yourself in JDF's shoes. Imagine being him, and everything and every person who interacts with you, chances are they want money. And sadly, even it's your own kids, right? Now, I know my daughter going to be hitting my ass up. And for my men who have daughters, please give them as much money as they ask for, because if you don't, another man will, and you have no idea what she would potentially have to do to get the money from that man. So everyone needs money to survive in the modern jungle. Our father was successful, but that doesn't mean his kids looked at him as an ATM because he simply asked for financial help. Sure, that's fair. I just thumbs upped it. Even though I know some other stuff, but it seems like you are against me or something. I can feel your energy through the messages. All energy, dude, come on, get real. Maybe it's because you're an investigator and you feel like you have to challenge everything. It's either to get me to divulge more information. Now, look, this is me, not against you or anyone, but you're not going to tell me your dad didn't do enough when your mom didn't want him to address that issue. This is me telling people, like, look your mom in the mirror. My dad did way more than enough. All right, so we're gonna end it right there. Hopefully y'all saw that. You're not gonna find this content anywhere on YouTube. No one's dug that deep. No one's dug that deep. So what do you guys think? Oh, y'all said poll was coming. poll was coming. Start a poll. And we just do yes or no questions. Were JDF's first three kids alienated from him based on the information I presented only? And if you can't definitively say yes, or you can't definitively say no, the answer, like if you can't say yes, then the answer is no. Okay? Or if you can't say no, then the answer is yes. We're gonna do it like that, and then we're gonna get into our boy, Mr. Stop Digging, bro. Stop Digging. For all my ninja watchers watching, you can vote on this. I don't see who votes, so let's go live with the poll. And there we go. The poll is live. Was JDF's first three kids alienated from him? Uh-oh, we got 100% coming in hot. Hot. Yes, 92 with 38 votes. 53, 91%, 92%. We got 8. There we go. Someone said sadly yes. Y'all see the evidence. This is what I do. I'm an investigator. I investigate stuff. And I don't come to y'all with speculation. I come to y'all with facts. We clearly described and outlined what parental alienation was. Now, based on the evidence I presented, based on testimony from his kid, which is his oldest kid, by the way, who saw everything unfold, do you feel like he was alienated? The kids were alienated from him? Okay. Let me get some water. And it looks like we got 82 votes. How do we got 322,000 people in here and only 83 of y'all voting? Like, look, you can vote. I know my ninja watchers are watching, but you can vote and I won't know who you are. I really won't. All right. So let's talk about, let me make sure I got the right one. Let's talk about what happened on last night's stream. We're gonna break this down, and then we're gonna go into the tragedy of what happened to JDF. I need to bring up something else because we're gonna go through the timeline because we all gonna be JDF. Someone said need more options. No, it's either yes or no. If you go to trial and you're a juror, there's no maybe. There's either, like I said, I broke it down clearly. If you feel like if you cannot say no, they were not, the answer is yes. If you cannot say yes, they were, then the answer is no. Did I provide enough evidence for y'all to make a decision? Sure, it's a snapshot, but this is testimony from his kid. And guys, tell Henry it's not 300K. You're right, it's not 300K, Patricia. It is 314,000 people watching live. So let's get the likes up. And look, we got 102 people voted. They say they were alienated. All right, now let's give y'all a master class in how to handle someone coming in, I would just say hot and heavy into an interview. All right, we'll make this full screen. We're gonna break this down, guys. So yesterday, Tony's BFF, and I'm gonna start saying allegedly because we'll get to the part. We're gonna get to this whole interview. It's not that long either. It's not that long. But anyway, yes, we got 310,000 people watching. Can I get some more likes in the chat? All right. Because look, you saw my boss. I showed y'all my boss. This is me. Hey,
Yeah, I saw it.
Look, I'm telling you, that picture don't do him justice.
Why is my name?
Okay, look at this guy. All right, that's me telling Eric bye.
For shutting people up or like that. It's just I keep seeing a bunch of people come onto this chat just to give you hate, but just for the sole purpose to give you hate. And that's not what this is about.
Yeah, I do get I get so much.
I mean,
hate.
if you don't like it, you don't have to come here. You don't have to waste the guy's time. I mean, that's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to shut people up or anything like that.
I think
I'm trying to be fair.
Tony, is this the Tony, the JDF friend Tony? All right, so this is me. Huh? Tony, can you hear me in the background? Can you wave your hands like you hear me? Like go like All right, Eric, let me get back to you. We got someone else.
I hear you, man.
All right. So look, before I get into this, right? I have a list of people who I pretty much stopped doing whatever I'm doing to talk to. If they want to talk to me, I stopped doing. If they want to call me at 1 o'clock in the morning, I stopped doing. Now, look, this list does not mean I've spoken to everybody per se, but these are like the key players. You see some investigation, you see the pictures of, of everyone that, you could probably got JDF here, you got Tammie at the top, and then you got everyone else. So when these people contact me, not saying that they did or didn't, I stopped doing everything, right? Because, hey, if they got something they want to tell me, I'm going to do it. Now, this is not a complete list. Just because they on the list doesn't necessarily mean I talk to them or not, okay? And do y'all want me to share the list? Y'all want me to show you the list? Okay. No, I can't share your list because it got some notes on it. So Skye, when Skye wants to hit me up, I listen, I make time. I've been in contact with Skye. If Jenna sends me a message, I'll read it, or if she wants to talk or whatever. Not saying I talk to her, but these are the people who get me 24 hours a day, 365. Anytime, if y'all watching and y'all want to hit me up after this, cool. So we got Skye, we got Jenna, we got Francis, we got Tammie, we got Tammie. Tammie, if you want to hit me up, hit me up. Come talk. Let's do an interview because we want to get your story. Hunter, hit me up, talk. Jacob, obviously, I've been in contact with Jacob. Nicole, the other assistant. I know we ain't heard too much about Nicole. She's only brought up once, and none of y'all caught it, so I really didn't bring it to y'all attention. And Tony. So when I saw Tony in the background, I say, okay, let me holler at Tony. What do you got to say? He coming on live. Look, to all y'all, to the names I just listed, do not come on live. Like, I went easy on Tony, but I could have went harder, but I was really tired. But like I said, these people get my undivided attention when I'm awake. Now, if I got my daughter, it's going to be, she come for number first. But when she go to sleep, I got you. All right, so let's get back to the interview. All right. Uh-oh, he backed out. Tony, can you hear me? Can you give me a thumbs up? All right. All right, this is Tony. This is allegedly JDF's best friend, okay? Is this the Tony, the JDF's best friend, Tony?
Bro, why is my name being dragged through all this?
Now, look, this is kind of like coy. You know why your name is being brought up. You know who brought your name up. It wasn't me. I never said Tony in anything. Skye said his name, okay? So this is like, I don't know why he coming in like this, but look, when you interviewing people, and they come in hot and heavy, you don't match your energy. You don't match their energy. You just maintain composure. So let's see.
What's going on?
What's going on? Bro, you've been watching the stream, right? He's watching the stream. I know you're watching the stream because we had a conversation after the last stream. So I know he watches the stream. So when people come up and play like, oh, what's going on? Like, dude, whatever. Look. If you want to clear some things up, she made some allegations that you told her about a will.
I hear two voices. Hold on one second.
You have to mute the YouTube stream.
Hold on one second. I hear two voices. Am I good? Okay. So what's going on, bro?
Look, he know what's going on. So when you say that, people are like, come on, bro. I've been doing this for like a month now. Whatever. You tell me. She said you told her that what did she say? That you told her about
all I know is this. Number one, I hear from Tammie that my name is being dragged through this.
Okay, so now he's admitting that he heard from Tammie that his name is being dragged through this.
What is going on?
I just told you. Notice how big my eyes get. I'm not about to say anything different. That's what's going on. That's why his name brought up. Look, when when you interviewing someone and they say they keep asking the same question over, you just give them the same answer. You don't say nothing different because now they're looking for you to pivot. You don't pivot. Hey, same answer. Look at my face. I look crazy. Look like the Predator. Told you. She said Skye Hunter. I mean, why did I say Skye Hunter? I should have said Skye Frank. Said you told her she was in the will. Did you tell Skye?
There was no will. What are you talking about?
Okay, there was no will. What am I talking about? Okay, so you're telling me that Skye, did you collect Skye's
I collected
address?
Skye's social.
Okay.
Her phone number.
Okay.
Her information for whatever was going on with Tammie and I don't even. It's not even a will.
Say, look, this is me, right? I know the word he's looking for is trust, but I'm not going to say it because it's not for me to introduce the information per se. It's for him to say it. You want this to come out of his mouth, in his mouth alone. So what did I do? Hey, did you collect Skye's information? Hey, she said this. I'm trying to verify the facts that Skye put out there.
It's a what do you call it?
I'm just playing stupid.
I don't even know what it's called. Like,
so you did collect Skye's.
No, I collected information but it's not a will. What is it called? Like,
that's him trying to get me to speak into what it's called. Hey, what's it called? I don't know. I ain't tell me, man. I'm
tell you right now.
see, because you don't know. So this is Tony, guys. This is JDS. Are you his best friend?
Of course.
Best friend. Of course. So confident. Of course. Okay. All right. We just. And how long have
I hear that my name is being
now look, he's trying to go back to the same thing. Hey, my name is being dragged up. Bruh, I told you how many look, I'm saying bruh, like I'm really getting out of character. But Tony, I told you exactly why your name was brought up. If I say it 3 or 4 times, it doesn't change the fact that Skye said that.
Dragged through for what?
It's not me who bringing you up.
No, but I'm asking, why is my name being dragged?
You have to talk to Skye, who's bringing your name up.
No, I'm asking you why.
I can't read her mind why she brings you up.
No. I'm asking why.
She made allegations that you collected her information for a will. She made another allegation that she
not for a will.
Okay, all right, cool. She made another allegation that she called Tammie the B word, and you told Tammie that she called her a B. Can you speak on that?
Not gonna happen. Nope, never.
Okay, so this is the point where I suspected he was lying, but I couldn't confirm. Today, I have proof that he lied. He lied. He definitely told Tammie that Skye called him a B in the grounds of being transparent. That's what he said. That's what the evidence I saw showed today. I'm not going to put it up there, but trust me, guys. If I say something happened, you know I got proof that that was the evidence. So now that we established that he didn't answer this question truthfully, this is different from lying by omission than flat out lying. So now everything from here on out, his whole entire testimony, if this was in court, would say, hey, this guy, once you lie one time, they call it like fruit from the same poisonous tree, everything has to come into question. So him saying he was JDF's best friend, now you have to question that. He never answered how long he'd been JDF's best friend. I'm sure he'd been there all his life. But what happens with best friends, JDF could be Tony's best friend, but JDF could have someone else he consider his best friend. I'm not saying that's the case here, but that's a possibility because we know he just lied because he definitely told Tammie that Skye called him a B. Called her a B. So Skye never confided in you that she thought Tammie was a B, a bush.
Never.
Okay. All right. So those were the only 2 allegations that I recall that were made with your name in it.
I talked to you a couple days ago.
Yeah, he talked to me a couple days ago. Oh, look, see, he talked to me a couple days ago. Did I ever tell y'all he talked to me?
Nope.
No, because a lot of people talk to me. If they give me information and tell me not to put it out, I don't put it out. That's just how it works. So yeah, he talked to me a couple days ago. It was at midnight. It was after. Is this Tony D? Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Tony D. Time Tony D out, block him. And again, Tony here. We don't care. Because you lied. Uh-oh. My stream is acting up. But we gonna get it back. If you see Tony, block him. Just get him out of here. Any Tony D, let it go.
Because I wanted to set the record straight, correct?
Sure, yeah, you did.
Okay.
Now look, when he say set the record straight, he told me nothing. Literally, that night he told me nothing. It was just a bunch of just talking in circles. So please, can someone time Tony out? Block him. Because I don't like people who lie. I just don't. It just, you want to piss me off? Lie to me. Fastest way.
So I want to set the record straight because a lot of what's going on shouldn't even happen.
Like what?
For example, like all the how do you put it? Like all the things about my friend, bro.
What things? Remember, guys, when you interviewing someone, you want it to be their own testimony. You don't want to introduce nothing new. I don't say nothing. So at the end of the day, it's just Tony saying stuff, and I can't. My stream is messing up, guys.
Everything. This is private information. Like, what do you have to like?
All right, this is not private information. Everything I shared on JDF is public record. Anyone could look it up. And I didn't get to the police report. I'll get to the police report before we get to why he did it. So I have no idea why it won't load up over there, but
What would you have to divulge all this information?
people want to know what's going on in his life.
I understand.
Did he ever drink around you? This is me getting to the interview because, like, look, dude, whatever he's saying, like, hey, can you stop looking into this? I don't care. Like, look, when you, for all the YouTubers out there, right? If people tell you stop doing what you're doing, chances are you're getting close to something. Just throwing it out there. Hey, stop looking into this. Oh, why not? Oh, because you're getting too close. Oh, well, hey, I must be doing something right. So don't let anyone who's not on your channel stop you from making content. If they don't like the content, they don't have to watch. Now, granted, he is the subject of this section, but he chose to come up here. So look, if you don't want to be on the internet, don't join people's live streams. Just facts.
Of course, back in the day, of course.
So prior to his demise, you never observed him drinking any alcohol?
Bro, we used to party.
See, look. All right. Now, when you're getting interviewed, right? You just answer the question. Like, hey, did you ever observe him drinking alcohol? No. Boom. End of the story. But what he's doing is giving extra details. He wants to validate his friendship. I don't look, if he was best friend, cool. If you're not his best friend, cool. I just want to know, did you see him drink? Yes or no?
So much, it's not even funny. Back in the day.
Yeah. So is that?
But he was sober for so long. That's the one thing.
So you never saw him engage in alcohol?
After 10 years, no.
After 10 years, no. So none in 2022? Okay, so look, we know I put out the clip to saying he was sober for 10 years. Look, the 10-year, when people say he was sober for 10 years, I don't care. I'm talking about 2022. I'm talking about maybe 2021. We don't care about 10 years ago. We want to know what happened to JDF prior to his demise, okay? That's all we care about. So when you get interviewed, answer the question. All right, shout out to Kingdom Hearts with the $5 donation. Appreciate you. And let's acknowledge, Dust Productions, man. You could tell he's nervous. He was stumbling his words like crazy. I can't say he's nervous. I ain't a body language expert, but you know me. He may be emotional, right? He emotional. So hopefully y'all timed out Tony. We don't look, guys, when someone lie to you, it just ruins everything. It just ruins the relationship. Now you can't trust anything this person says. And all you wanted was the truth.
Last years, he was not sober. He was sober, I'm sorry.
Did he slip up? He was not sober last 10 years. I give him that slip. Okay, he was sober. Okay. Was he reconciling with his wife? Did you know anything?
Yes, I'm the one that got them back together.
All right. Boom, boom, boom. Now we know this guy lied once. I don't know if this is a lie or not. Maybe if I get like a Tammie interview, she could like vouch or something. Or someone other than Tony. Like, see, now we know he lied about the whole B thing. Now it's like, is Tony the one who got him back together? We need to know that. We need to know. Okay. Let's keep going. Oh, how did you do that?
Again, I'm not going to divulge all this information.
All right, boom. Look at this. Hold on. Let's let him let us say it.
Private.
Okay.
But I'm the one that got him back together.
All right. Guys, when you get interviewed, right, and you don't want to share nothing, there's an art to sharing something without sharing something. All you got to say is, hold on, I wrote it down. You know me. I take notes. I was at this seminar today. Just prepping. All right, so Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oops, 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 oops. Sorry. Here we go. Let's get into the Tony interview. Da da da. I was tired, but there was close. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so what he said was just keep it private, right? What you want to say when you get interviewed and you are going through the motions, you get in your interview, and someone asks you a question that you really don't want to say, like what I say, hey, how did you get them back together? You could have just said, hey, I put them in a room and that was it. Or I had them call her. I don't know what they talked about. And next thing you know, they're back together. But when you say, let's keep it private, after first divulging you are the friend who was not named in People magazine, now it's like, uh-oh, what's going on? Because like, as y'all as outsiders, y'all are probably like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? And shout out to Dak exceeds expectations, not convinced. Tony fetched drinks and says he partied with them. Oh, that's a shot at Tony. I don't know if Dak knows Tony, but Tony, that what he's saying is Tony fetched drinks and partied with him. He's trying to kind of like downplay the friendship as he got drinks. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. We don't know. We don't know. We don't care. All right, so let's get back to it. Let's get back to this interview. This is an impromptu interview because I didn't plan on him coming up. I didn't. And the reason I didn't call him back is because like this is the energy he had when he called me in a certain way. And I'm like midnight. I just got done. I was tired. And I think my daughter ended up waking up too that night. So I was like, ugh.
Yes, this is true.
Wow. All right. Did you speak to him leading up to him going to the hotel?
The what?
The hotel where his last day.
Yes.
To him. What was his spirits like? What was the nature of your conversation? So what was his spirits of speculation? Like, I don't know why I said that, but what was the nature of your conversations? A little bit more direction. Did he seem happy?
He was fine.
Okay. All right. And how would you describe?
That's what pisses me off because a bunch of people are here talking about like they know all this stuff, but they don't know everything.
Right.
And again, I'm going to hold certain things in because because to me, this is private between me and my friend and his wife. But people are talking here like they know. They don't know.
I agree with you. I agree. What was your favorite JDF moment? How long have you known him? This is me to try to calm him down because I see he's hot. Let me go to a softball question. Let's see if he'll calm down for a softball question.
We used to have fun all the freaking time, man.
How long have you known JDF?
I'll tell you my favorite moment and my last favorite moment with him.
Okay.
Watch. I'll bring her. Give me cheese.
Please, no kids. See, this is me telling him no kids. For y'all YouTubers out there, don't ever put your kid out here, especially if you're covering something like this where people are picking sides and people are giving me hate mail. Now he put his kid out there. Don't ever do this, y'all. I've only showed one of y'all my kid.
I'll tell you right now.
All right.
Okay.
And speaking of his kid, I've heard rumors that people are harassing his daughter. I don't support that at all. I don't support that at all. I wish people would not don't harass, even if you don't like him. Even if I told you, like, yeah, he lied. Who cares? What does his daughter have to do with it? She's innocent. Don't harass the daughter because you want to get at the father. Have some coof. Have some coof about you. And this is a kid. This is a kid. So you got people going out there harassing him. And they're not only harassing Tony, they're harassing his daughter. I don't support you harassing Tony. I don't support you harassing his daughter at all. All right, let's see shout out to Kingdom Hearts, who is the new sponsor of the show. I'm not understanding if he knew JDF very well and mentioned to you that he was trying to get them back together when JDF didn't want to reconcile with Tammie, something seems really off. I'm sure you noticed that. Yes, I did notice that. It's the timeline. It's missing details. See, here's the thing, right? Let's say Tammie called up Tony and said, hey, do damage control, which I don't think she did because this was far from damage control. He comes up here. He could have easily said, oh, yeah, I called Tammie on this date. I called Jason on this date. They can start reconciling on this date. Boom. This is what happens when you like, I want to keep things private. Now, look, when you say you want to keep things private, when you release that, oh, hey, yeah, JDF was getting back with his wife on this date. Hey, they were talking on this date. How does that hurt JDF? It doesn't. It's not like you releasing like, oh yeah, he was out drinking with me the night of or blah, blah, blah. It's just sharing details. And what happens is people don't want to share details because for what? They want to keep it private? I don't know, Kingdom Hearts, but yeah, that's an excellent question. Yeah, I noticed it, but he didn't want to divulge information. And you can't just, when people clam up on you, it's a wrap for the most part, but I still keep it going. I still maintain my composure. I really wish he wouldn't have put his kid on the freaking camera, but some people you can't control. So thank you, Kingdom of Hearts, for becoming the new sponsor of the show. And shout out to Classy Beats. What does he say? Shout out to Henry, the most elite investigator on YouTube. I take that as a compliment. There's someone who's way better than me, but they got a team. Really, guys, it's really just me. It's really just me getting the story. It's really just me getting the court documents. It's really me just doing the digging. I'm just a one-man show, part-time father, and I got like a job in executive leadership or whatever you want to call it. I really don't. But it's just me. So I do this when I'm not at work and primarily when my daughter goes to sleep or she's not here. So shout out to Classy Beats. Drop your channel, Classy. If y'all need a beat, go holler at Classy, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to the Coach Gang. All right, so let's put some respect on Kingdom Hearts' name because Kingdom Hearts has donated, and we want to acknowledge the people who contribute to the content because Kingdom Hearts did not have to do it. They did not. And I appreciate you, Kingdom Hearts, for donating to the content. Kingdom G8. And that is a 30 piece. So thank you, Kingdom Hearts. And let's get on with finishing up Tony's confession.
You want to know what was with him?
Yes.
The last time that me and him hung out was June 20-something, 30-something.
Look at daughter like, I don't remember that.
With his niece. Okay, bro. And we went out, we had fun. We have like special moments together. But all these moments.
I wonder who's messaging them right now. They probably like, Tony, shut the fuck up. What are you talking? What are you doing?
Shouldn't be divulged, bro. This is private stuff. This is private stuff that should stay between us.
Remember, this is all public information I shared with you guys. All public if you just do a little digging. I mean,
so what upsets me is that everybody wants to talk, act like they know, but they don't know.
Yeah, you would know because you were his best friend.
Bro, I'm telling you, like
hyping them up again.
We don't divulge information because this is our own time. This is our own private time. You know what I mean? And that's why I called you. I said, bro, stop with this stuff because everyone wants to talk like a fan. Everyone that you've had online wants to talk like a fan. But that's not the truth.
What's the truth?
The real truth stays between certain people that are close.
Okay. And you being his friend, did you know he was battling with depression?
Of course.
And how would he typically handle that? Well,
bro, again, that is private information.
Look, when I asked Francis how he handled his depression, she gave an answer. I really don't remember. But the fact that he said it's private information, like he could say, oh, well, he liked to train. Sometimes he would train. And that could be true or that could be false. But when you say, I'm not answering a question, like, did you come up here to not answer questions or did you just come up here to just say, stop digging, bro? Okay. You could have said that. Is there anything else you want to share about JDF?
Yes. I want to say, please. I want to say, please. I understand that the fans want to know all about this. I get it. You know, I get the fans want to know about what happened with him personally, emotionally.
I'm gonna tell y'all.
But certain things have to be kept private.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. And I think
including with you. You know, trying to be too investigative. Relax, bro.
Am I getting too close or what's going on?
What I'm saying is that you shouldn't be investigating too much. Sometimes certain things have to be kept private.
Well, everything I shared is public information. There's
No,
nothing
of course.
private I shared.
But again, there's a difference between private information or public information and what you should be just overextending.
What do you mean by overextending? Exactly.
Meaning that you should just not.
This is what you want to do. When someone uses some ambiguous word, you just be like, "Yo, what does overextending mean?" Because I like clear language. There's no interpretation needed. Okay. Hold on.
Like you got to kick back, bro. This is a private man's life. Do you understand who's struggling with this? But by you,
I don't know why I jump cut. You know I don't do no jump cuts. Mate, it was a connection thing. It was a connection thing, I'm sure.
trying to dig so deep, you're digging in the wrong place because people are struggling with this, bro, including myself.
And you're right. And no one is forced. That's exactly right. If you struggling with JDF, why are you watching JDF content? I don't get it. If I'm struggling with JDF, I wouldn't watch JDF content. I don't watch Kobe Bryant content at all. I don't. You know why? Because I get emotional. I kid you not. I don't care how good it is. When Kobe Bryant come up, I don't watch it. I promise you. And I love Kobe Bryant. I loved him. But I even get emotional. I get emotional just thinking about it. So when I see a Kobe Bryant highlight, I just skip it. Skip it. And what does Kitty Cat say? Thank you for your donation. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, digging so deep. You're the best in my eyes. A very close family member self-transitioned, so it hits real close to home, beside the fact that JDF was a childhood hero. Yes, and like I said, I had a family member self-transition. We're gonna talk about that. I had a family member self-transition, and I had my grandfather literally choked. He just gave up on life. We're gonna touch on that if I can get through it. So thank you, anyone that watch this content. It's all by choice.
100%. There's a difference between people who are forced to, but by you doing this, you're also, come on, bro, kick back.
Well, I got one more stream left on JDF, and you might enjoy this, or you might like it, or you may say it's too much.
Listen, at the end of the day, this guy was a fucking good man.
I know he was.
You know what I mean? This guy was a good man. This guy loved his family, loved his wife. Yes, they were getting back together. I'm the one that freaking got him back together.
Look at him doubling down that he got him back together, guys. When you got someone talking, you just let them talk. When people start talking, I just shut up. I don't ask questions. I don't interrupt. I just let them talk. And we got another donation. Shout out to Adam Ortiz. Seems like Toady is more of a friend to Tammie. No man would get into business like this if there was no extra special circumstance. Ooh, I can't speak to that. That's speculation. But I get where you're coming from. I don't know. See, I don't know what Tony's motive was for coming up that day. I don't know. I don't know at all. And shout out to, Dak exceeded expectations, not convinced. Don't let this guy's assumptions deter you, man. This entire series has been extremely objective and fair. The Kobe feels definitely is a real thing, by the way. Hell yeah. I'm telling you, I don't watch no Kobe Bryant content at all. And I loved Kobe. Loved him. Oh. There is no basketball player who had a more killer mentality on the court than Kobe. Trust me. Even some people will say Jordan was a killer. Jordan hit pivotal shots. He hit pivotal shots. Jordan's the GOAT. And I shout out to LeBron. But Kobe was special, man. It's so many highlights where he dropped like 20 in the fourth to come back and hit the game winner. Watch that. It just give you chills just watching it, especially like for the people who watched it live. Oh my goodness, you were just watching a master at work just dismantle a team in the fourth quarter. So shout out to you, Dak. I think you may be up there. Appreciate the donation, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate all y'all. I appreciate it. Look, we got 327,000 people. Like the stream. Let's hurry up and get through Tony.
Okay. He loved his daughter. So it upsets us as a close family member. It upsets us because,
notice he said he loved his daughter. Did y'all catch that? Now watch. I'll get him, but it's bad.
We don't want to see all these people, random people that don't even know what's going on, bro?
You said he loved his daughter. What about his other 3 kids? Did he
Bro,
love them too?
he loved all his kids. The only difference was it was a hard time with his other kids. Absolutely.
You see, I just threw that in. He loved his daughter. He wasn't about to mention the other kids. And that's neither here nor there. Y'all can read into that if you want. But it went by daughter. I don't think he was talking about Skye. Do y'all think he was talking about Skye? He was more than likely talking about Jenna. But let's keep it going. Okay.
You know, let me tell you, and I don't want to say too much, but I even had a close relationship with his daughter. She stayed at my parents' house.
Shout out to Dust Production. He was trying to tell you to stop doing streams about JDF. It was very telling. Yeah, I can get that. I can read into that. But look, if I want to do 1 million streams on JDF, I will, but I won't. This ain't the JDF channel. I told you the next investigation is so much better. Well, not better. It's just different, because I'm not going to say it's better. This one was pretty deep. Thank you, Dust Productions, for that donation.
The last, you know, I don't even know how long.
So why would she make up all these allegations of you stirring the pot?
Because it's a personal relationship that they battle with, bro. Imagine being like, you know, like sibling rivalry. Who cares, bro?
That's how you know he's watching my streams, because he's just quoting exactly what I just said. I've seen the sibling.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do I love Skye? Absolutely.
Now he loves Skye. All right. I wonder, do he love Jacob? Keep doing what you're doing, Henry. I'll look forward to your streams. Again, people, I appreciate y'all for donating to the content. It's been the labor of love for sure. Y'all been wanting it, so I just been giving it to y'all. Is other stuff I want to cover? For sure. Did I think I'll be doing investigative stuff on YouTube? No, it just kind of fell into me. But thank you, Motion Picture 41, for that donation, because you didn't have to do it. None of y'all do. But I appreciate that you do, because it shows me you guys value the content. And for those who don't want to donate, hit that like button. We got 323,000 people up in here. Let's go. And we about to get to why he did it.
Did she ever get disrespected at the funeral? Absolutely not.
Okay, we know Skye was
okay. But again, all this stuff that you guys are talking about is animosity that shouldn't be brought up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it upsets all of us, bro. This is a father. This is a husband. This is a, you know, like he loved all of us, bro.
He loved a lot of people, man.
You know what I mean? So again, like, you know, stop with the hate, everybody, man.
I've been telling people to stop the hate. I tell them,
you, bro.
Hey, well, I got to get to the bottom of things. And when people
you don't like to get to the bottom. You like to dig.
I see. Here's the thing, Tony. Here's the thing. There are things I know that I haven't released, and I don't plan on.
You don't know more than I know.
I'm not saying
I know more than you do.
I imagine.
So don't tell me that.
But I'm just letting you know there are things that I know that I don't release to the public, because
I understand.
Things should be private.
And 100%, I'm with you. But what I'm saying to you is this: keep it personal with the family and leave it at that.
Yeah, the family's fine. I support everyone. I tell people, hey, come together. And if you love Skye so much, maybe she'll reach out to you and clear up the allegations that you started it. Can you call her?
Okay, let me ask you. Would you like to, with your ex-wife, for example, would you like to, you know, how would you do that?
Oh, look, I've been very forthcoming with my ex-wife. He's smiling because he think he got me. Like, I got you. You want your ex-wife talking on here? I was like, I wish. She already has. She's already put like the story, her viewpoint of the story on Facebook, you know, in the court of public opinion. But I've yet to respond. I literally have to wait till the divorce is final. And then, see, her viewpoint came from feelings, emotions. I come from facts. So when you divorce an investigator, he's going to come with facts. And the fact remains that she wants these goddamn cupcake pans. It's listed in the divorce. She paid a divorce lawyer probably $300 an hour to say, give her back her cupcake pans. And she could receive thousands of dollars in alimony and child support. She could have bought these cupcake pans 1 million times over, but she want them back. Whatever, she'll get them. With my ex-wife?
Yeah. Why don't you guys get along?
Because she's about to take about 70% of my net worth. And that's the facts. We were great until the divorce. We even separated. We were great. We were still friends. The moment I got noticed that she wanted to exercise her legal right to every penny she could through the divorce, that's when I realized, like, I have no, like, we are not friends from this point forward. I called her to make sure that, that the lawyer wasn't just playing games. And then she was like, yeah, he wants everything. So I was like, okay, cool. And then I just adjusted, how I treated her going forward. It's just, I don't talk to her at all.
Okay, so my point to you is this: certain times you don't get along with people, right?
I would never get along with her.
Yeah,
There's
no,
not
my
like certain
point to you is
times.
you don't get along with people certain times.
Sure, but her, it's done for life. for life,
You're
y'all.
taking it too personal. See what I mean?
You ask the personal question. What
No,
do you
no,
want me to crack?
but you're not generalizing it. The same
Okay,
with you.
I can see.
All
All
right,
right,
I'll
5
give you an
more minutes.
example.
You're right. You're right. Sure, certain people you fall out with, and then you get back into the fold. Okay.
Correct. For
So,
example, I'll give you an example. Do I love Tammie? Love of my life. Do I love Jenna?
whoa. Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that? Did he say Tammie was the love of his life? He said love of his life? Have you ever described a friend that you said was the love of your life? Have you ever, like, I got a friend. She got divorced today. I'm jealous. She didn't get cashed out. But I would never say she's the love of my life when we're good friends. Here, I'll rewind it for you guys. Just a little bit. Because we got to get through this Tony thing.
This certain times you don't get along with people, right?
I would never get along with her. There's
No,
not
my
like certain
point to you is
times.
you don't get along with people certain times.
All right, listen, sure, but her, it's done for life.
You're taking it too personal. See what I
All right,
mean?
you asked the personal question. What
No,
do you
no,
want me to do?
but you're not generalizing it. The same with
Okay,
you.
I can see. All right,
I'll give an
Tony,
example.
you're right. You're right. Sure, certain people you fall out with, and then you get back into the fold. Okay.
Correct. For
So,
example, I'll give you an example. Do I love Tammie? Love of my life.
there you go. Do I love Tammie? Love of my life. So right there, I'm like, bro, what?
Do I love Jenna? Love of my life.
Okay,
Do I love
Jenna, love of his life now too.
Skye? Love of my life.
Everyone's the love.
Okay.
What about
So-
Jacob and Hunter?
Same thing.
Are they? Look, is Jacob the love of your life, Tony? Be honest. Be honest.
Jacob and Hunter, bro, we raised them.
Whoa, whoa! You raised them. What? What? Hold up. Look, we not going to go deep dive into this because we still got to get to why JDF did it.
My mom raised them.
So what the hell was Shauna doing? All right. Anyway, let's keep going. Wow.
Okay. So when I say I get deep, I know the whole thing. So but
You got
we
3
don't
minutes
say
left.
certain things because we keep it private.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, Tony, and being so honest, man, and maybe sharing like your perspective on this whole thing.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, again, if fans want to know, I'll tell you, bro. People have seen me. People have seen me in public. I'm open to everything, but at the same time, there's certain things that we keep private because that's how he would have wanted.
He was a very private person.
You know what I mean? So when I say he was private, that's why sometimes I'm upset and maybe I'm maybe a little over the top.
Oh, that's fine, man.
You know, but it's because he would have wanted it that way.
Now he getting emotional. His voice cracking. You can tell someone getting emotional when their voice start cracking. But we're gonna keep going.
You know what I mean?
Because that,
Like I said,
look, whether he was his best friend or not, he still was a friend to Tony. Okay, so you can get caught up on semantics, but at the same time, Tony did lose someone. And whether he lied or not, I really don't care. I mean, I do care about the lying, but we still got to give Tony a little grace because he did lose someone. And Tony, if you're watching this, please calm down before you contact me, because I know you're probably gonna contact me, but just calm down.
there's different kind of relationship that we had with everyone, including his ex-wife. I'm telling you, I've been to the bro. I was taking care of his karate school when his brother passed away.
All right, now he giving facts. So when his brother passed away, you could probably you could pick that apart. Like, was he taking care of the karate school? What does taking care of the karate school consist of? This is all like stuff I'm thinking out on the fly. Yeah, and people want to hear your story, Tony. People want to know what you
I
know.
understand, but at the same time, certain things have to be kept private.
Oh yeah. So
You know what I mean? So,
look at me, Tony. We wanted a shot
me
at
being
you.
here is I'm here to say maybe certain people have to relax
Certain
and
people by
understand
me.
that, you know, please keep a. I don't even know how to say. Be a little more cared like to the family.
No, see, you know what? I get what when you say be a little bit more care to the family, or am I not showing care and compassion to the family? If I'm not showing care and compassion to the family, I don't think we have 324,000 people in here watching. I really don't. So, like the stream, we're still about to get to why JDF did it, and that's probably going to take about 20 minutes to get through why he did it. It's actually simpler than you think, and we're going to get to the lie that Tammie told. It's still coming. What you're saying, right? And I don't know if you watch my stream, I say, hey, be respectful of all parties. And people hate when I say that, and then they'll say something disparaging about one party and they get timed out or they get blocked. And then they're like, hey, why are you blocking me? I'm like, hey, I said be respectful of all parties because I'm not with this team, this or team that. I hate that stuff. I want all right, guys, I got to speed it up because it's really hard to get through this. Okay. Like Tony, we want to be together. I really
and of course people want to know. Again, people want to know and get it. But at the same time, sometimes it's almost like if we want to get too deep into your divorce or whatever. Like,
dude, I want to get deep into my divorce. Sorry, I gotta speed this up because it's just like this is dragging for me. We already established he's not going to tell us anything. We already established Tammie's the love of his life. He was JDF's best friend. He's the one who got back together. And if y'all are some trolls harassing his kids, y'all are the worst. Y'all are the worst. If you harassing kids, y'all are the worst.
like whatever.
Tony, I'm going deep into my divorce. Once
No,
it's
no,
finalized,
but what I'm saying to you is like if you want to get deep into it, certain things have to be just kept private, bro.
all right, this is where you're about to tell me, stop digging, bro. Stop, man. I get what you're saying.
You know what I
but
mean?
I'm just not a private
Because
person.
it's almost like you're telling your side of the story. Imagine if she got on there and it gets too involved. We don't want to do that, bro.
I don't care if you
and again, I'm not being disrespectful. I just want to say, please, for my friend, keep it private, bro. Sometimes.
Oh, I do.
You know what I mean?
If we were to talk off stream, you would know that I've kept a lot of things private. But since he lied, do I really want to talk to him off stream? Like credibility is shot. Gosh.
And of course,
like even our interaction, I never told anyone that this is me saying like, look, dude, I keep it private. When you called me after stream, I could have been like, hey, y'all, guess who called me after stream and told me to keep it private? But I didn't. You brought it up. The interaction that we had, not on stream. I never told a soul. And I'll just give you guys a little hit. Tony hit me up at like midnight, and I was literally in my bed sleep, and I called him, and we had a little conversation, and I said, I'll get back to him, and my bad for not getting back to you, man.
No, that's fine. But what was our conversation? I want to say, please.
I'm not mentioning it, but yeah. See, that's the thing, right? And maybe Tony could vouch and say, look, yeah, we had that conversation. I never put it out there. It was never mentioned in the video. It was never alluded to.
What was the conversation about?
It was about JDF and people. Look, he's like, hey, I thought I told you stop making streams in the middle of the night. What'd you do making streams? Like, dude, what you thought he was gonna do? Intimidate me? Look, I've interviewed far more hostile people before. Literally hostile. This is mild for me. I don't even feel like anything. People just, having things wrong.
You know
I'll
what
just
I
say
mean?
that. Yeah. So anything you want to tell to the fans, JDF, we got 194,000 people watching.
Okay, so I'll tell you right now. Number one is this. This guy was a kind man.
Yeah, very kind.
He loved his family. He loved his wife. He loved his kids. And when I say kids, I mean plural. Okay, I don't want to be like misconstrued about who I'm talking about. He loved all his kids. He loved his friends. And that's all that has to be said. You know what I mean? Like when I spoke on his funeral, like I said, sometimes I didn't say everything that I wanted to say, and I'll say it right now. This guy loved everyone, man.
Okay.
So why can't you guys just leave it at that? Like he loved wait till you watch like what's going on with him as far as the future, Legend of the White Dragon, all this stuff.
I can't wait for it. I'm excited.
But to me, you got to remember, I loved him as his friend.
Yeah, voice cracking. So he getting emotional. It's fine. He's talking. I give him his grace. Yeah,
Not as a Power Ranger, not as that.
60 seconds left.
Because to me, when I talk to him, I talk to him as dude, bro. I can tell you stories about me and him just talking shit. Like we were just boys, bro. Just like I'm sure you have boys, like you know when you talk stuff. That was my boy.
Yeah, I can't imagine the loss you feel, man. Because I
You
feel
know what
like
I mean? So
I lost
at
my
the
best
same
friend.
time, all of you guys want to know all this deep stuff about him and this and that.
Well,
But
I can tell you this: no more deep stuff will be released. We're done with the deep stuff unless something new comes out. I've basically released everything that's deep. So you don't have to worry about any more deep stuff.
please, bro. I mean, just leave it at that. And at the end
I've
of the
released
day, to all the
everything.
fans, no, but
Look,
to all the fans, I gotta let you know though, he was a funny freaking guy. That's it. He was just a freaking awesome dude.
all right, Tony. Unless you got something else to say, I do got to go to sleep. Look, we got to talk off camera, man.
We'll talk.
All right, y'all. We gonna leave it with Tony because no one could follow Tony coming up here. All right. I ain't gonna even play Maybe I myself. missed Thank that. you, Tony. You Maybe have I a great missed night, that. man. Stop.
Later, guys.
He gave me the peace sign. Shout out to Tony. All right, so that was Tony. Hopefully, y'all learned something about conducting an interview. You want to hold your composure. You never want to introduce information. You never want to match their energy, and you just want to keep it on point. So we are about to get into the main event and why JDF self-transition. Give me a moment. I have to pull up my timeline for you guys because it's going to get referenced right here. All right. Sorry, guys. All right. So here is the timeline, and we are going. I'll make this bigger for you guys. So, are y'all ready for this? Budgie Cat, you already know kind of what happened, so please keep it to yourself. April, you know kind of what happened, so please keep it to yourself. This is the main event. This is why JDF did it. So everyone from here on out, you all guys are all JDF. Can I get some green hearts in the chat? We are all JDF, and we're about to go through his life and everything that led up to his self-transitioning, okay? This is going to be deep. So let's put up the banner. If you guys need some help, here we go. And I'll play. No, I don't even want to play Patty. We want to get into it. Okay, where does it start? Where does JDF's spiral start? It starts. Let me make sure I got my notes. Da-da-da. Sorry, guys. All right, moment we've been waiting for. We do it. Death has always been surrounded by JDF. Okay, we're gonna touch on his death, and we're gonna touch on where Tammie lied. All right, it's a little lie. It could be a lie by omission, but she definitely lied. And shout out to Tammie if you're watching. You whatever. If you lie, you lie. It happens. It's a lie by omission. It ain't like a lie like Tony lie. It ain't a flat out lie. Okay. So let's get into it. Remember, we are all JDF. At this point going forward, we are JDF, and I am narrating your life. Okay. So let's start at the beginning. I have something for you. Make sure I got the right clip. We are going to go to, there we go. Share the screen. All right, we're going to start at the beginning. We are going to start with his brother. And remember his brother. Give me a second. We're going to start with Eric Ray Frank. And shout out to Jenna. You see that? Like Jenna Ray Frank. We got Eric Ray Frank. So what does this post say? Now look, there's some things you guys want to pay attention to. I can make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see it a little bit better. All right. This date right here, April 16th, 2021. His brother self-transitioned 2021, April 16th. He posted on April 16th. What does he say? Always thinking of you. So you are JDF and you're always thinking of your brother. 20 years later, you're still thinking of him self-transitioning. And people are like, well, did he self-transition? We're going to play the video. We're going to play the video where he talks about his brother self-transitioning. And people took it the wrong way because they wasn't listening. They wasn't listening.
I will hate you if something happens to you. I used to think was for tough people. Like, brother was tough, other people's tough.
My brother was tough. I used to think self-transitioning was tough for tough people. My brother was tough. Thank you, April, for keeping the chat respectful. All right?
I will hate you if something happens to you. I used to think was for tough people. Like, brother was tough, other people's tough. It's hard, you know. I've lost a lot of people. It's tough. They're tough.
So he's lost a lot of people. Not just his brother, he's lost a lot of people to self-transitioning. Now, I only focused on the public people, okay? I only focused on the public people. Now, we're at this timeline. This is the beginning. April 16th, 2001. This is where we at. What's the next post? Now, you said, hey, did he self-transition? All right. This is his assistant, Francis, who was gracious enough to give me an interview. This is the one with no skips. We're going to talk to her about him. Did the brother indeed self-transition? Because this was reported as an illness.
Where were you? Why did you do something?
Uh-oh, let me take it off chipmunk mode because that's how, look, literally, guys, I listen to YouTube at 2.0 speed.
Which,
well, you said you were in New York.
It hurts. You know what I mean? Like, it hurts to think that people think the people close to him didn't try. And because they see this person that was always happy, and you know, videos like what you posted that he said, you know, self-deletion is for cowards.
Here's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up. So yes, that video has been misinterpreted. This me explained it many times, and I've even said it in live stream about that video. The purpose of that video was to say, hey, these are all the reasons he had to live. However, his brother self-transitioned. And he said in the opening sentence, I used to think self-transitioning was for tough people. The next sentence, my brother was tough. So I'm like, when I put that out, people didn't put two and two together. Did he ever talk about his brother to you?
Yes.
Did his brother self-transition?
Yes.
Boom. Okay. All right. That was his assistant confirming that his brother self-transitioned. Notice how she answered the questions. Yes. I don't think she's media trained, but she did very well if she wasn't, because she just answered the question. All right. So now we know the brother self-transitioned. We saw the post from, what was it? April 16th, 2021. Okay. Now we have another post. Okay. October 14th, 2021. This is 21 years later. You all are JDF and you're still thinking about your brother. Okay. You're still thinking about your brother. All right. This is a poem that he wrote for his brother 21 years after his demise. Now, focus on that date, October 14th, 2021. You're thinking about your brother who self-transitioned. You all are JDF. What do you write? We're going to read this poem. This is a poem to my brother I've dedicated. He lives high above in a golden city that is gated. You would have loved him if you ever met him. He was the best. I was so heartbroken the day he left. This pain I felt, I'll make it bigger. Sorry, guys, I'll make it bigger. All right. This pain I felt was unbearable. So 20 years later, the loss of your brother is still unbearable, okay? The worst feeling in the world, it was terrible. How could this be? I'm without a brother, now it's just me. I want you all to know he was my best friend. He was like a hero. Man, I looked up to him. To talk about this is so hard. These feelings I saw will never go away. It stuck in my head like a scar. I was devastated to see him in a coffin. It was awful. I hugged him even though he was Even though he was gone, God, man, it's tough. His body felt different. Everything felt wrong. This is the story I never told. It will never be forgotten that this feeling was so cold. I whispered in his ear, Eric, I love you. Why? He said this time he was done. I'm not ready to say goodbye. Once this thing is closed, it's my feelings I'm going to fear. I'll mark this one the worst day in history. I wish I knew what he was thinking, but I don't. It remains a complete mystery. Please, God, take me out of this dark season. He said, son, I need a reason. That night, I was sleeping and had a dream. I couldn't move. I couldn't even scream. I'm sorry. Couldn't move. I couldn't scream. A hand touched my heart. It was a familiar feeling. Then I felt a breeze through. It was the wind. I couldn't stand last week at the knees. I just knew it was him. I could tell that I felt it feeling. I'll never forget the words you spoke. I want you to live, even though your heart is broke. All I could do is cry. What is this, a dream, or was I awoken? But then he told me his spirits was set free. I said, don't go. I'll come visit you. It's always been you and me. But he said, oh man. All right, we gotta get through that. Sorry. He said, you stay. I'd rather have him take. We gotta do a break. We gotta go to a commercial break. Sorry. One second.
I woke up on Friday morning at 4 a.m. to a message that one of my friends back home had killed himself. This was 5 hours before me weigh-in. So Ricky, lad, that's for you. But there's a stigma in this world that men can't talk. Listen, if you're a man and you've got weight on your shoulders and you think the only way you can solve it is by killing yourself, please speak to someone. Speak to anyone. People would rather, I know I'd rather me mate cry on my shoulder than go to his funeral next week. So please, let's get rid of this stigma and men start talking.
All right, we back. So we got that out the way. All right, sorry about that, y'all. There we go. So what's next, right? We know his brother self-transitioned. We go to the timeline. Let's share the timeline. Sorry, got a little too deep for me. Whew, it's heavy. All right. Brother self-transition. Now let's touch on his mother. Your mother self-transition, okay? So now, I mean, your mother didn't self-transition. Your mother transitioned from cancer. Brother self-transition. Now you're dealing with the death of your mom roughly 15 years later, okay? And we know he didn't take it well because this friend said he didn't. Okay, this ain't Tony, this is someone else. I don't know his name, but he said he didn't. He left a message and he said he took it pretty hard. And after taking it pretty hard, his mom transitioned in 2016, but he was still posting about her, right? He was still posting about her. This is a post that I showed you guys from 2018, right? So what does it say? I'll play it so we can see RIP Mama Frank. My mom was so full of life. I had to watch this video. Oh man. I'll read the caption. Y'all got it. All right. So that was his mother. He wrote this book for her. Oh shit, where's my glasses? All right, anyway. So he wrote that poem for her. We are about to get to this. This is another great poem. And this poem is 3 minutes and it's probably going to get the stream taken down. So hopefully everyone here like the stream, watch it. It's probably going to get taken down. But I want y'all to see a complete picture.
To the moon and back. This is another one I wrote for my mom. Stage 4 cancer. 12 months later, she's gone. Let me take you back to 73. I was so young. I was just a baby. I was the second child of 2. I mean, a few years younger. Let's be honest. When I was born, I don't even remember. See, when I grew up, it wasn't about money. It was about happy times. Everyone was silly and crazy. And my mom, she was always just so funny. It was me, my brother, my mom, dad, and even my dog. Life was good then. Felt like we could do anything. Nothing felt wrong. You could just be. So peaceful, nice. Just felt so free. Let's speed up the date to 1993. Lights, camera, action. Then the word fame. I thought everything was great. Finally, I had that satisfaction. Hollywood is played just like a game. The fans kept growing. Everything looked fine. Now let's speed it up and change that timeline. 2001, this year was so hard. I thought I was done. So many losses, loved ones that came and gone. This is the year I lost my brother. I went crazy, realizing.
All right, so he lost his brother. All right. Let's keep that in mind. I'm sorry for messing up the flow of this poem. It's actually a great poem. But I just want you guys to know he definitely lost his brother and it sticks with him. So, and he's writing about his mom. This is in June 2020. So their timeline is a little off. I was supposed to show you that his brother self-transitioned and then show you that his mom died of cancer. So
We'll never have another. I saw this woman fall to her knees, plead and cry. I stopped. I looked. It was my own mother. I had no words. I was like numb, silent. I was so mad. Everything in my head was just full of violence. Things went dark, started to fade. And that's when the next timeline was made. In between, there was a lot of good things. Opened my eyes. Now it's 2015. When I heard the news, I didn't believe it. I knew it must be wrong. My mom is a fighter. She's gonna win and achieve it. Fast forward, 12 months later, I'm holding my pop, praying because we are believers. My mom had this saying since I was a kid. I can't get these words out. They're stuck in my head. I don't care about the rest of this crap. My mom would always say, I love you to the moon and back.
Good night, baby. I love you to the moon and back, always and forever.
all right, R.I.P. Mama Frank. All right, so
To the moon and back.
these poems be a little too deep for me, so bear with me. All right, so you lost your brother, you lost your mother, and let's go back to this post, right? Remember I said this post right here, it's a little tough, but we're going to get through it, y'all. We're going to get through it, promise you, because I'm setting the foundation for something. All right, let's share this tab. Remember, he posted about his brother October 14th, 2021. Okay? October 14th, 2021. What happened 1 week later after he posted about his brother? I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. He posted about his brother. What happened 1 week later? And look, this is 20 years later. He's still talking. You're still not over. You haven't reached acceptance of your brother passing. That's me speculating. He never reached acceptance of his brother passing. You're all JDF. All right, I'll show you. This is what happened. What does Tammie say? So adorable. This is her daughter. She gone. So remember, He found her, okay? He found her body lifeless. Grandson probably bouncing and crying. Who knows how long she had been expired? You found her because y'all are all JDF, right? Y'all are all JDF. You lost your brother. You lost your mom. You lost this Shayla, whose life you were in a lot. Okay? You lost this person whose life you were in. So to him, that wasn't like his stepdaughter. That was his daughter. And you remember, he's still estranged from his other kids. Okay? So you guys lost your mom, lost your brother, found your daughter. All right. So now let's get into the timeline. All right. After you found your daughter, let's go to the timeline. Let me share it. You sharing this tab. We're gonna get to where Tammie lied. Trust me. We're gonna get to it. All right, so we got the brother. We talked about the brother. We talked about the mother. We talked about Shayla. Yes, right. This is heavy. Oh my, I don't think I'll ever cover stuff like this. All right. So what happens? We know from the People magazine after Shayla left, marital problems ensued. Okay. Marital difficulties, People mag. So now you found your daughter. She's gone. And next thing you know, your marriage is falling apart. Okay. And this is all in the span of like a year, so, per se. Okay. Let's keep it going. You guys are all JDF. We want to know what happened. Marriage falls apart after your daughter transitions. What happens? You got Comic-Con. You go to Comic-Con on 7/1/2022. You are separated from your wife. So roughly, what's that? 7 to 9 months after Shayla's passing, you and your wife are no longer together. Okay? No longer together. Fine. You go back to work. You still got to make money. You go to Comic-Con. You go to Comic-Con. 1 month after you move out, your wife files for divorce. Okay? 1 month after you move out, wife files for divorce. Uh-oh. A new lawsuit pops up. You know they're trying to get in contact with you for money. You're all JDF. You're all JDF. This is all you. Okay? Uh-oh, here we go. You're served divorce papers at Comic-Con. You're all JDF. Put yourself in his shoes. Put yourself in his shoes. You're served at Comic-Con. Not only are you served a divorce, you served a TRO, and you still got to go back to work. You knew it was coming. 4 days later, TMZ finds out you're getting divorced. You are a public guy. You know your image is everything, right? Meanwhile, in the background, you're still getting sued. You're still getting sued, guys. Okay? You go to Comic-Con in Pasadena, Florida, or whatever, Pasadena, California. You're still getting sued. They're still making attempts to contact you. At this point, you're still not with your wife. You probably moved out. You probably took all your belongings. You got out the house. The divorce is going through. Okay? The TRO, for guys who don't watch the stream, was applied to both of them. You still had access to the house. But you beefing, okay? You beefing. She filed the divorce. You know she wants a disproportionate share your assets. But you really, at the end of the day, you going through the motions. Now, what happens, right? What happens? You respond to the divorce and you say, enforce the prenup. Because there's a rumor that he was worried about losing everything in the divorce. That was not going to happen. The prenup clearly stipulated, and I wish I prepared to show you guys, I showed you guys the prenup. It had 2 clauses in there. One stipulated that anything that you own, you have the title to just your name, you own outright. And I showed you guys the title to the house. It was just his name on the house. Houses are his biggest asset. We know it's like $1 million home. I showed you a comparable house. Okay. So you're not really worried about going broke in the divorce because you got the prenup. And not to mention, you put everything in a trust anyway. So technically, everything's in a trust. Okay. And you know, from the prenup, you're only looking at $1,500 a month. I'll put this right here. You're looking at paying $1,500 a month in alimony for 5 years, because that's what the prenup stipulated, and a $20,000 car. All right. I'll make this bigger because I feel like it's small. This is what divorce is about to cost you. That's just public record. Now, if they got like some other deal that's not on public record, but based on the public records I found that I saw, he's looking at $1,500 a month in alimony for 5 years and a $20,000 car, and he's retaining all his businesses because they were listed in the prenup. Now, what happens is sometimes, after, 10 years of marriage, you may put your wife on the title of something. Maybe you put her on the title of the business or something, maybe whatever. But everything was in a trust. It goes to Tammie. Goes to Jenna. All right. You responded. You're not worried about that. But guess what? What's coming? You provide the financial statements to her. You still go to Comic-Con after you responded. You know about your TRO hearing to figure out who gets the house. We know JDF, you're going to get the house. It's in the prenup. Okay? You're not worried about the house. And the alimony is only $1,500 a month. Okay? $1,500 a month. $1,500 a month. You're not worried about this divorce because you got the prenup. Alimony is only $1,500 a month. I wish I had a prenup, but we're not talking about me. We're talking about JDF. All right. Now, guess what? Give me back my grandchild. You're all JDF now, guys. You're all JDF. JDF. Another court case. Divorce. Budget Renter Center is trying to sue you. And someone wants to take your grandchild, which you love. We saw that he loved her all on Tammie's profile. And we're going to get to where she lied. I promise you. Now, you provide the supplemental information, okay? And this is where reconciliation begins based on the article. Now, if Tony wasn't so hot and heavy, I would have tried to get dates out of him, but he would have said, keep it private, bro. So this is on or about the time reconciliation happens. Now, remember, you have Shayla's passing, okay? Shayla passed on 10/21 that you found. This is her 1 year passing. You've already reconciled. And people like this, death kind of brings people together. So when they say he reconciled, I'm giving it a possibility because they both lost their daughter. Okay? So you're probably at the graveyard. You're probably at whatever function for Shayla. You're not going to just blow off Shayla because you beefing with the mother over the divorce stuff. You're not going to do it. I wouldn't do it. Okay. I wouldn't do it. Here we go. We suspect you're at home because you were served court papers at home. Okay. So you at home, you served. And we can't forget, I skipped over something that should be in here. Right here. What did I skip over, y'all? This is Eric's birthday. Right? Did I get it right? Is this Eric's birthday? Yep. Here we go. So we know October 14th is Eric's birthday. Eric's birthday. And we know he always posts on Eric's birthday. But this year, in 2022, or 2021, or yeah, 2022, I didn't recall seeing a birthday post dedicated to Eric. Now, I didn't go far back, but he typically posts on his birthday every year. So now something's off. Let's keep going. You reconcile with your wife, or you're reconciling, according to the article. You're served at home, so now we know you're at home. You got the hearing for Drayton coming up. Hearing for Drayton. Boom. Now you have your mother's passing. We know your mother's passing was heavy on you, but what didn't we see this year? We did not see a post dedicated to his mom. And for people who think he didn't love his mom, right? Let me show you this.
Hey, Mom, what's happening? I know it's your birthday. Just want to say happy birthday. Love you. He's good. He's being good. Don't worry. There he is. I can't show you what's behind him there. No, I'm just kidding. There's nothing behind him. Anyway, happy birthday. Love you, and I hope to see you soon. And when you come down when I come down to Indianapolis, you don't have to come to the con. I'll just, make a special trip and do a dinner, okay? All right. Love you. Happy birthday. Anything you want to say? No, you don't want to say anything. Anything? No, it's happy birthday.
Did y'all notice anything? Do y'all see? Look at his eyes. And he's not even talking about his mom. He's talking about the other guy's mom. But his eyes are glossed over. Because when you lose somebody, all right, Alicia, you got to go. See you, girl. Peace. When you love somebody and you lose somebody, it sticks with you. If I talk about my grandfather, oh gosh. If I talk about my cousin, oh gosh. It sticks with you. You can't even think about other people's family members because look at them. This is you. You're not even talking about your mom. You're talking about someone else's mom. And I guarantee you, he got emotional. All right. So let's go back to the timeline. Mother's passing. 11/15/2022. This is her anniversary. She's been gone 6 years. You haven't quite accepted it. We know you haven't accepted it. You're still posting about it. You're still talking about it. Not saying you're not over it, but it's acceptance. You have to have the acceptance that they're gone. You miss her. You miss your brother. It's natural. But acceptance, this is me speculating. I'm speculating that he didn't reach acceptance of his mother's passing. All right, boom. One day after your mother's anniversary, you're served at the house for a hearing for Drayton. We know he was served at the house because this is the sheriff's department. They giving it to you in the hand. They're not playing around. Now let's go to the night he transitioned. Let's get to where she lied. All right, I know this is where everyone was waiting on. Where did Tammie lie? And I don't know how y'all didn't catch the lie, okay? We're going to go through this. We're going to pick this apart. This is Tammie. This is our boy JDF. And, man, this is bad. Because I know what I'm going to say in advance, and it is deep. All right, so we know this is the husband. We get this. She has been getting harassed online. Even Tony been getting harassed. Like, can we just stop harassing everyone online? I don't care. If you don't believe her, I don't believe certain elements. I know she lied, so we got that. We're going to get to where she lied. All right. There's JDF. I love my husband. His death comes as much of a shock to me as anyone else. She continues, the truth, I had no idea he was thinking of ending things. Yes, he had struggled with mental health issues, depression before, but I could never predict what happened that night. I know y'all wondering, is this the part where she lied? I don't think so. And I'll tell you the story of my cousin. I told you my cousin, she self-transitioned, right? She self-transitioned while her mother and father were literally in the next room. And she was a little bit younger than Shayla, so it always gets me. They're there just having family night. She was going through some life struggles. She moved back home. Boom, fine. Okay, they ask her, this is some key details that I've never released. They ask her, hey, do you want to come watch a movie with us? She says, no, I'm going to just hang out in my room. What happens? Meanwhile, she is texting other people, not her mother, not her father. It was nice knowing you. I always loved you. Stuff like that. She never texts me. Never. So what happens? She don't text me. She don't text my sister. The people who are like young and like on my phone. For my job, I'm on call 24/7, 365. You want to make the big money, I guess, per se, you're gonna have to be disposable or at someone's expense. She never texts me. She never called me. She never called my sister. Never texted my sister. The young people in the family, she never reached out to. Who does she text? Grandma. What was grandma doing? Grandma was asleep. Some other old people, they were asleep. Mind you, the family is out in the room watching a movie. They just spoke to her. They say, hey, you want to watch a movie? We eating popcorn? She said, no, I'm cool. Meanwhile, what's she doing? She's texting other people. Boop, boop, boop. You hear a loud pop. She screams all F. They don't know what to think. My aunt walks in, sees her daughter. Hold on. Sees her daughter bleeding out through her chest. Applies pressure. Okay? Calls for her husband to call 911. Sorry. All right. By the time the ambulance get there, she's gone. She's gone. What happens? What do you guys think happened? What does her mother tell the cops when they come and they investigate her? She had no idea. No idea. So, her having no idea that her daughter was in the room plotting to take her life. Okay? So, what happened? When do you think her mother found out that she texted everybody but her mom and dad who are in the next room that she didn't feel like being here no more? She found out the next day. The next day. So, what was her statement? Oh, I had no idea that she was thinking about doing this. Okay? So, hold on, guys. So, when she say this, what happens is people who are going to self-transition, they're not going to reach out to the people who will stop them. Okay? Because I would have stopped them. I would have called her mom, I would have called her dad. I'd have been there. All right. So this is what I would believe to be a true statement based on my experience alone. All right. We're gonna get to where she lied. Don't worry. And I'm gonna liven up. But that was my cousin. She gone. So it was meant to be a fun weekend getaway. Instead, I lost the love of my life. Jason was a good man, but he was not without his demons. He was human just like us. I think I've shown you guys that he was human. I know people like, hey, you trying to expose him. I'm like, no, I'm showing that he was human. I'm showing y'all Jason David Frank. While most people only know Tommy Oliver. I kid you not. I know Jason David Frank now. I promise you. So here he go. Here she go. I don't know when that picture was taken. I don't care. All right. November 19th. This is the night of November 19th. What happens, right? I think this is where the lie comes in. Nope. We initially planned to separate. That part is true. However, that's only part of the story. The part that hasn't been told. At the time of his passing, we called off our separation. We're in the process of reuniting, she notes. Don't get me wrong. We had our ups and downs, many troubles during our 19-year marriage, but especially for us. Now, as me being objective, they called off the separation. We knew he was at the house. However, legally, it was still moving forward. Okay? Still going forward. Where is the lie? A year ago, we talked about Shayla, how she passed. He found her body. Marriage is changed because look, my uncle and aunt, they're not the same. They are not the same. They're not even a reflection of the same people they were prior to their firstborn daughter transitioning. Not the same. You never will be. I'm not the same. All right, so they decide to separate, not knowing what to do. 6 weeks later, they rekindle their romance after a close family friend helped us realize that we still loved each other. We should not just give up yet. All right. Still, the pair knew that they do some work, get through some issues. They planned a 2-night getaway, which Jason attended, a country dancing event, something Tammie says Jason knew she loved to do. So she liked to dance. I don't know if that's a lie. That's not the lie. All right. I'm going to get to the lie. Despite being together, Tammie notes they got 2 hotel rooms to get away because that's just how we do things. We heard Francis say, yes, she's booked 2 hotels before him because he snores. Okay. She admits the noise complaint was them having fun. Hopefully they were fornicating. Because like I said, if I'm reconciling, it's been a while, I'm probably fornicating with my wife. All right, we danced and stayed out to the night. And here's when the lie comes in. We danced and stayed out at the event until the bar closed. When we got back to the hotel, Jason and I were having a heartfelt, emotional talk in his room, she recalls. That I deem as a true statement. The next statement is a lie by omission. And maybe she didn't know what she was doing when she lied by omission, but this next statement is a lie. This is the lie, guys. To help Jason relax and sober up before turning down to sleep, I went downstairs to get us some snacks from the lobby. That's the lie. To help Jason sober up and go down to sleep, I went down to get some snacks. What are snacks? Is snacks something you eat? Snacks are something you eat, right? Let's get into the lie. And we all should have caught this. We all should have caught that statement was potentially a lie. Okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever been drunk before. Put a 1 in the chat for all my people who've been drunk. If you've been drunk, you've been out drinking, you've been out partying, you drunk, boom, let's go. We drunk. We've been drinking. That's right, we've been drinking. Because we celebrating us getting back together. God damn, me and her, we back together. We go out dancing, we drinking, we shut down the bar, we go back to the hotel room, right? We go back down to the bar, we go to the hotel room. All right. What do you do necessarily before you go to sleep after drinking a lot? Okay. Now, me personally, I do not eat. You know why I don't eat? I don't eat. Someone said we get the munchies for fast food. So a couple of y'all may eat. Someone said puke. There we go, puke. I don't eat because I may puke. I may throw up, okay? Uh-oh, here we go. Dak got it. Smoke some vitamins. That's not it, but vitamins. All right, typically when I used to drink, I'll give you some things of what I used to do to be okay. Now remember, I'm suspecting this is a lie. She went to go get some snacks before you go to bed. Before you go to bed, you know what I do? Someone said food. Y'all really eat food? So maybe she not lying, huh? I don't eat food before I go to bed. What I do? Either I take Tylenol, drink Gatorade, bare minimum drink water. Okay, some people say I need a greasy pizza or a burger. Well, I don't know if they have that. So, but she said she went down to get some snacks before sobering them up. Okay, she went down to get some snacks. Let's let Skye tell you what was going on with JDF. All right, we're gonna let Skye tell it.
So she's like, she's all like sounding all weird. You know, we were drinking, and now this is another thing. Before I get into that, my dad was sober for 10 years. She told me he recently been drinking for 4 months prior to him passing away.
Now,
So
in your heart of hearts, do you believe that?
I don't know what I believe anymore. I don't know what I believe anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's only one person that knows what happened in that hotel room, and that's Tammie. Just from what she told me, like they were drinking and then he was taking Ambien. So
they were drinking, he was taking Ambien. So now we have a chemical element included in JDF. We got alcohol for 1, and we got Ambien for 2. Okay. Let's look up the impacts of Ambien, because I told you she was lying about going down to get snacks. She was lying. Where are we at? Give me 1 second. All right. So she was going down to get snacks, not to sober him up, but because of the Ambien. Okay. This is what I do. Investigators investigate. Now, maybe she didn't want to release that to People magazine. Okay. Maybe she didn't want to release that to People magazine. Maybe she don't even know what Ambien, the impact it has on you. So, where I say she lied about snacks to sober him up, no, it wasn't to sober him up. He was experiencing Ambien munchies. Okay. So you could take that as, hold on, I'll make it bigger. I'll zoom in. I'll give, because I want you guys to see this. All right. I want you to see what was happening. Can y'all read that? I'll make it bigger, bigger. All right. Minnesota researchers estimated that thousands of Ambien users in the US experienced sleep-related eating disorders while taking the drug. Earlier research in the Mayo Clinic found similar results, that something in Ambien causes binge eating in susceptible people. Okay. So the Ambien was causing him to be hungry, not the alcohol, because I said, I don't eat, but y'all saying y'all eat. So maybe, maybe in her mind, she was going down to get the snacks to sober him up, but it's really the Ambien. If you ever take Ambien without just going to sleep, this could potentially happen. Okay. So she's going down to sleep to get Ambien for JDF, and she didn't release that to the public, because when you're on Ambien, he probably was abusing it. That's right. Your hero was more than likely abusing Ambien. Okay. And he was experiencing the munchies. And Tammie, instead of telling People magazine when he was on Ambien, as we heard Skye say that she told him, was on Ambien, and he was experiencing the Ambien munchies. Okay. And I looked this up, and there's a link between Ambien and eating. So it says the sleeping pill may seem to unlock a primitive desire to eat in some patients, according to emerging medical cases that describe how Ambien users sometimes sleepwalk in their kitchens, can claw through their refrigerators like animals, and consume calories ranging in the thousands. All right. So now we have Ambien being the reason Tammie went to go get snacks, and not necessarily the whatchamacallit for I'm sorry guys, not necessarily to sober him up. And shout out to Budgie Cat, right? What does Budgie Cat say? I emailed this all to Henry, and he did. But when did I find out about the Ambien? When did I find out, guys? I found out about Ambien 19 days ago. 19 days ago, I knew about Ambien. But guess what? It wasn't out there. So what did I do? I just sat on it. I knew about the Ambien. But Ambien does not just cause people to get hungry at night. All right. And what Tammie did was, remember, I said lying by omission. To help Jason relax and sober up before turning down to sleep, I went downstairs to get snacks from the lobby. This was Ambien. This was Ambien related munchies. Okay. Ambien related munchies. And she said I must have been going 10 minutes. I don't care about that. What else does Ambien do, right? Where are we at? I got to make sure I got the right study. Give me 1 second. Here we go. All right, let's go. I went to college. I got a bachelor's, I got a master's. So what you have to do when you have a bachelor's and master's, you have to do peer-reviewed articles, okay? Peer-reviewed articles. What does this say? We're gonna read this little peer-reviewed article. This was published December 13th. These are the people who wrote it. And what does it say? The zolpidem is a popular drug indicated for short-term treatment of insomnia. Short-term treatment of insomnia. I see y'all who experience Ambien are starting to put the pieces together. Okay? They're putting the pieces together. All right. Because they're sharing their ambient experience, right? So this is a person here, and we describe an Iranian 27-year-old man with no mood disorder or neuropsychological disease who attempted self-deletion upon taking Ambien. Okay? There are two interesting facts about the case. So this is the abstract. This is going to summarize it up. Firstly, he had no history of self-deletion thoughts. Okay? No attempt, no previous self-deletions. Okay? Some people say, I don't think this is speculation anymore. Look, we going to put up a poll at the end, and then y'all can tell me if you based on the evidence I provided you, what's going on in JDF's mind. Okay? Firstly, he had no history, this person. Secondly, the case experienced self-deletion thoughts after taking 20 milligrams of Ambien, suggesting a possible correlation between the psychological effects and dangerous psychological behaviors. Okay, so now we got this Ambien. All right, let's go. Let's stop it to acknowledge this. Someone asked the question, where is the toxicology report? I didn't request it. And I get what you're saying, Josh Bailey. You want the CSI type confirmation. I don't got it. You could request it, though. Anyone could request it, and we'll touch on the police report after I prove this case. Thank you for the donation. What does it say? They basically repeat. Let me make it bigger for you guys, because I know people don't read. They just want me to read. What did they do for this study? Background. Ambien is a sleep agent. We're not gonna say the words. And indicated for a short-term treatment of insomnia, it has gained popularity as an alternative to benzos for treatment of insomnia because of its milder, less problematic side effects. Nevertheless, side effects are not uncommon with Ambien. These two scientists in 1998 studied 16,944 cases. So if I'm writing a paper, this is what I'm citing, okay? This is what I'm citing of Ambien. Used in reported adverse events in 1.1% of the cases. The most common reported side effects was nausea, dizziness, malaise, hallucinations, nightmares, agitation, headaches. Although Ambien appears to be well tolerated in adults and elderly, even when administered with prescribing instructions, there are case reports of abuse, dependence, withdrawal symptoms, and severe various adverse effects. However, in the majority of these cases, the recommended dose of Ambien is exceeded in most patient history of substance of abuse or psychiatric disorders. What do we know about JDF? What do you know about JDF? Why did he stop drinking? Why? One, it's a downer. It brings you down. Two, you can speculate that he was abusing it. What else? Psychiatric disorders. Okay? So people who previously have addiction and psychiatric disorders have a predisposition to having negative effects on Ambien. We haven't even got to the main event yet. I'm slow stroking y'all, but I just want y'all to see the evidence. Okay? In 1992, it was reported 2 cases of patients who developed visual hallucinations and amnesia shortly after taking Ambien. I just don't want to say the name. The use of Ambien, psychiatric reactions associated with Ambien has increased, indicating that Ambien should not be considered risk-free, even if therapeutic doses might produce transient cognitive behavioral impairments similar to those caused by benzos. All right, let's get to the case presentation, and we're going to talk about this guy doing his experiment, and then we're going to get to what really happened when he self-transitioned, what put him over, and we'll touch on the police report. I forgot to get to it, but I have it, so I'll give it to you guys. So, 27-year-old male, university, unmarried, dormitory resident with no known mood disorders or psychological diseases and abnormal sleep behaviors, had self-referred to a medical toxicologist because of a new experience with Ambien abuse. He had no history of health compromising or self-deletion behaviors and was free of psychological drugs except for PRN use of Ambien, 5 mils to a maximum of 15 milligrams during the last year. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes. I remember. I believe this is it. All right. One night after a rush of annoying thoughts, oh, sorry, y'all guys can't see it. Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm cooking. Y'all guys can't see it. He took the Ambien. The following day, he woke up with setency and 8 o'clock in the morning, thought a little to remember the last night's events, and memorized taking 2 pills of Ambien. Okay? After a few minutes, he noticed the blister of Ambiens in his bed, sighed and saw 6 pills were taken while he was sure that it was a full blister and had taken 2 of them last night. He tried his best to remember exactly what happened, only to result that was self-deletion thoughts by Ambien after taking 20 milligrams from the beginning of the effect used by Ambien in a few minutes. All right, so what happened? Went to sleep, he took 2, he woke up, looked like he took 6. Only thing you remember is having self-deletion transition, self-transition thoughts. All right, what did someone say? What about contradicting the TMZ article? That one said they were fighting that night. Is there a way to get author's side of that article? You will have to contact TMZ. And when I touch on their police report, if I was able to get it, I would have been able to prove either way, whether they were arguing or they were not. But we're going to get to the police report. Thank you for the donation. All right. So it concluded that this person had experienced thoughts, even though they wasn't on it. So what happens if you mix Ambien with alcohol? Okay, because we know he was drinking at night. Is it safe to take Ambien every day? We know it's not. Side effects of mixing alcohol and Ambien, guys. The labels on sleeping pills or Ambien carry a warning about the use of alcohol while taking it, because mixing Ambien and alcohol can cause physical and cognitive impairment, and there's a danger of overdosing as well. Okay? Danger of overdosing. All right? That's all I want you to take from this article. Basically, it says that could be because insomnia and alcohol dependence often go hand in hand. Okay? But what happens if you are on Ambien and you are drinking alcohol and you have self-deletion tendencies? What happened? All right, I got the article. I want to make sure it is the article. First, we'll go to this. We'll share this tab. In fact, we don't even, I got the article. But depression and self-deletion risk with Ambien. This is an article that was written in 2022. Research indicates that the use of Ambien and other sedative hypnotic medications may worsen depression or self-deletion thoughts in primarily depressed individuals. And we all know JDF was depressed. We all do. All right? We all do. So think about that. You're JDF. You're on Ambien. You're taking alcohol. You reconciled with your wife. You didn't post anything about your mother's death. You didn't post anything about your brother's death. You didn't even post anything about Shayla's death. When you typically, yearly, you make a post about everyone's death. Okay? Think about it, and you're on Ambien. I told you, my cousin, no one knew what she was about to do. Now, we got the article of, let me make sure I got it. This is the article. This is from AmericanAddictionCenters.org. This is what you have to do in college. You have to cite your resources, okay? That's where that excerpt came from. They talk about what is Ambien. Well, let me make sure I got it right. Ambien side effects, memory, depression, and more. Make sure it is the right article. AmericanSociety.org. Yes. So here we go. What is Ambien? Side effects. The side effects of Ambien may range from mild symptom drowsiness to more severe symptoms that should be discussed with your doctor, including complex sleep behaviors, self-deletion thoughts, and significant next day impairment. So, if it's me, right, and I'm reading this, this is the part that's highlighted is the part that shows in the Google ad. Research indicates that the use of Ambien and sedative hypnotic medications worsen depression or suicidal thoughts. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. This stream is done. Behavior in primarily depressed individuals. Thus, the FDA labels it with caution. Depression should be prescribed by the lowest number of tablets to avoid intentional overdose. It is important to note that in general, behavioral therapy is a mainstay of treatment insomnia. And let's go over Ambien overdose. Ambien overdose is possible. I hate when I'm just reading this, but I know like this is what I hope y'all are picking up what I'm getting down. I hope y'all are picking up what I'm getting down. Overdose is possible if Ambien is used alone. You can overdose alone or in conjunction with other substances and can lead to a coma or even being unalive. The likelihood of experiencing an Ambien overdose is higher when Ambien is taken in higher doses, which we heard Skye say he was taking Ambien. We don't know what the dose was. Or if it's taken with opioids or another CNS depressant, benzos, alcohol. The stream is not frozen. It's a deadly combination. Deadly combination. So, symptoms of potential overdose may include impaired consciousness, extreme sedation, severe respiratory depression. We're not going to talk about the people who misuse it. It's looked like in 2002, 803,000 people aged 18 or older reported misusing Ambien. And what do y'all think about that? Okay. I went to Italy. And you're like, what the hell does this got to do with JDF? Ambien. It's a long ass flight. You want to pop an Ambien, go to sleep, so you can sleep through an 8-hour or 12-hour. I don't remember. It was definitely at least 8 hours. But the point I'm trying to say, you need a doctor to get this. But you mean to tell me a millionaire person who has $1 million home don't have access to Ambien? Okay. So, what do you guys think of this? This is the report I give my boss. He says, hey, what happened to JDF? Because y'all are JDF. I gave you the timeline. We put it back up here. We know Skye said what she said. Maybe you guys didn't hear it. I'll play it for you again. Because this what often happens. People don't hear the facts.
So she's like, she's all like sounding all worried. We were drinking and now this another thing. Before I get into that, my dad was sober for 10 years. she told me he recently been drinking for 4 months prior to him passing away.
Now,
So
now,
she
in your heart of hearts, do you believe that?
Now, we don't care if Skye believe it or not. I just showed y'all the facts. So let's do a poll. You know, I like a good poll. Hold on, guys. We're gonna do a poll. The last poll looks like 320 people voted. 84% showed that thought that the kids were alienated from the father. So we're gonna end the poll. Okay. And we're gonna do another poll. Let's see. We know, let's go through the facts before I put it up. Start a poll. And we're going to do two options. It's a high probability that that night was probably going to be his last night, even if he didn't self-transition or not. Based on the student articles I showed you guys, based on all the information available on benzos, and let's just see what y'all say. Ambien plus alcohol plus life, or it's a good one. Let's see. I'm not even going to say what the second option is, but let me put some respect on it. See where y'all at. So vote. I gave y'all all the evidence. It's 340,000 of y'all here. It will be going for 3 hours, and y'all want the police report? I'll give y'all a police report because I'm going to give y'all everything. And now all my ninja watchers can say what y'all want. I showed you the Ambien. I showed you the alcohol. I showed you what happens when you're on alcohol and Ambien. Everything. Okay? We showed the Tammie omission or white lie. And let's just see what y'all think. Now, someone said about the TMZ article. All right. Let's see. Where are we at? I'll remove this and then we'll share the screen. So I definitely did request a police report. And where are we at? Window, public information. All right, so this is me requesting it. I requested it. Hopefully everybody vote. And some people probably gonna vote emotional. And some people will always say it was Tammie, even though I just showed y'all evidence. Y'all like, nope, it was her. And that's fair. So I just want to see what y'all think. But let's get to the police article right here. So I requested it. Hey, this is the Fort Bend Sheriff's County. Received your request of the report for JDF on January 4th. Okay, the case is still active with Detective Miller. Blah, I just said his name, whatever. Your request is not denied. You have to talk to admin, clerk, and being open is kind of like cheeky to say, hey, maybe we looking into it, or maybe we just don't want to release it. It could be open for forever. I kid you not. It'll be what they call a cold case. But I think it's open because there's some other stuff about JDF that I know that has nothing to do with the night he transitioned. So this is their first response to me on January 13th, 2023. I requested it, guys. I did my due diligence. Let's get over here. So what happened? Yesterday they contacted me, right? Okay, so people is just say I can't vote without a toxicology report. That's cheeky. So I get you, Ryder Petty. I get you, Ryder. But you think Skye's lying? You think whatever? I don't care. So what do we have here? This is yesterday. They contacted me again. about the report, and it says, here we go, right? This is the highlighted part. It is the opinion of this office that all responsive records and any related records are not subject to public disclosure because they contain information believed to be confidential and or privileged by law. Therefore, your request has been forwarded to the Texas Attorney General's office for a determination as whether the information was be released to the public. You receive a copy of the response directly from the Attorney General. And please enclosed, please find a copy of my submission to the Attorney General as required by the Public Information Act. So yes, that's right. All this information is public information. So they are supposed to release this to me, and they should have, but they didn't. And they could hide behind the grounds that it's open, or they can hide behind the grounds that it's confidential, or they could just, they have to give a reason why they like, hey, we're not giving it to you yet. Maybe we'll give it to you 20 years from now when no one cares. So you may submit your written comments to the Attorney General stating any facts you want the Open Records Division to consider. So if I'm the family and I got this far, I just say, hey, I am the family. I should get it. To the Open Records Division does not accept comments via fax or email. So you have to literally write the office to this P.O. box. Thank you in advance. This is the Assistant County Attorney. So maybe a month from now I get it. Maybe a year from now I get it. Or maybe I just don't get it at all. But if I do get it, I'll present it. So let's go back to the poll. Hopefully everyone likes the stream. What do we got? What do we got here? 107 votes, and 63% of y'all said ambient alcohol in life. 38% said Tammie. Hey, I presented y'all with the evidence. You make of it what you want. Should I drop the link for people who want to come up? Let me put this out there. What do y'all think? What do y'all think of this investigation? Did I go too deep? Did I not go deep enough? Still an unsolved mystery. So you got the people who would never, like, they said, hey, I need the police report and I need the toxicology report. And that's fair. I get it. So to the people who need the police report and toxicology report, if it comes back that it was benzo, so someone said, what about TMZ? I can't get the report. The report should have, if whatchamacallit, the report would have if there was an argument going on. And also shout out to Law for I don't know if he's here, he probably left, but shout out for him for making this bracelet for me. He sent it to me, appreciate him. If you need jewelry, go holler at him. Hey, let's go. I appreciate y'all. Should I drop the link? Y'all want to come up? I want the Tammie people to come up. Not Brent though, because Brent always come up. Shout out to Kingdom of Hearts, today's sponsored stream. I still wonder that if he was trying to stay sober, Tammie could have been more encouraging to not break his sobriety because ambient alcohol equals bad mix. Let's see. I still wonder if he was trying to stay sober. Well, dude, I don't know if he was trying to stay sober. Skye said he was drinking for 4 months. I just going off the facts. Skye said that, and Francis said he did eyeball the wine. And trust me, even though I don't drink, when I want to drink, ain't nobody stopping me. I kid you not. I don't want to tell you a story, but I was at a resort one day, and someone didn't want me to drink because I really don't drink that much. But I was like, F it, I'm drinking all day. All day. They were looking at me like I was crazy. I was like, I don't care. I paid this money for this fancy resort. I'm drinking all day. And that's what I did. And then I fell asleep in the club. And then I threw up when I got to the room. So that's my story about that. Thank you for the donation, Kingdom Hearts, for sponsoring the channel. I wonder, is it very hard for the public to get the toxicology and police report? Toxicology report probably going to be easier, especially if you're related. If you related, I sent Skye where she can get the toxicology report, if there was actually one done, which I'm sure it was. That's where you go. You say, hey, I am the daughter. Give me the toxicology report. And they'll probably give you some rigor around, but they'll eventually get it. Now, that police report, bruh, I have to wait for the attorney general, okay, to get the police report. There we go. Like, all right, so 121 people voted. We got 334 people in the chat. Let's do another poll. So officially, the majority of y'all think the alcohol, Ambien, and his life, you were going through a lot, impacted his demise. So shout out to y'all for thinking, look, I'm not here to tell you what to believe or what not to believe. Me, I go by the facts. If I was to write this up, I would say the Ambien was a significant contributor to his decision, more than likely. And based on the toxicology report, if you had that, you would know, like, if he was going to overdose prior to expiring from self-deletion. That's a bigger question. That's a bigger question that only the toxicology report can answer. But shout out to Dust Productions coming in. I think you did a great job. The only two X factors are the police report and toxicology report. The people close to the JDF maybe should have stopped him from drinking and taking those pills at the same time. Dude, Dust, you my guy, and I appreciate you sponsoring today's show. Have you ever wanted to do something, whether it be self-harm or not? Could anyone stop you? People told me not to get married. Could they stop me? Hell no. I wish they would have. I really do. But they couldn't. I used to date a girl. I was from the projects or whatever. And when you from the projects and you go out to like people who not from the projects, like I talk professional to y'all or whatever, because that's years of training. All right. But when you first move out the projects, you just want a project chick. So I had a project chick and she was great. Did people tell me to stop dating her? Absolutely. Did I? Hell no. We had like a 7-year off and on relationship. Shout out to my project princess. If you're watching, remember the girl who I told you was trying to sell me something I didn't want to buy? Life has not been too kind to her. But for the time I was with her, definitely grateful. DP Productions for sponsoring. Let's go. The poll is still up. 60-40. 60-40. Now, let's take it further, right? If y'all were all on the jury, right? If y'all was all on the jury, and let's say y'all were trying to convict Tammie, it'd be a mistrial. It'd be a mistrial because we don't have 100% either way. So now the Ambien, alcohol, and life people would either have to convince her that based on what evidence it was Tammie, I have no idea. It was her. Only thing I saw that she did tell a white lie. She didn't admit that he was on Ambien or whatever Ambien to people. That's what I call it. And shout out to Dust Productions again, man. He been putting it down. That's why I said maybe. And it is, who wants to come up? I want the Tammie people to come up. I don't care about the people who did the alcohol, Ambien, and life. I'll drop the link. People who I don't want to come up, if you ever lied to me, don't even hit that link. But if you hit that link, I will embarrass you. So, if y'all want to come up, I got probably about 10. I'm tired. I'm tired, y'all. I'm so tired. Let's see what this Nick. People closest to JDF failed him. That man who held the whole world in his shoulders and everyone around him just took from him. That's possibly, but look, did I fail my cousin? Did I fail my grandfather who wanted to? No, Brent. No, Brent. No. We want someone else to come up. Brent comes up every time in his car. We need someone else to come up. Brent comes up every time. And I know what he's gonna say. Did you vote Tammie? Yes or no? Oh, did you vote alcohol? All right. Y'all want to see this guy? He comes up every time. But he was hardcore Tammie, but now he voted alcohol. So let's see. Let's add him to the stream. Thank you, Nick Wickett. All right, Brent. Make it quick, man. You came up plenty of times. So what changed your mind? Because you were team Tammie did it. Now you're saying alcohol.
I was never team Tammie. I felt like she pushed him to cause him stress, like financially with money and stuff like that, but not actually doing it. Like, does that make sense?
It makes sense, but I showed you divorce. He was looking at $1,500 a month in $20,000 car. Even though she asked for it, that prenup was ironclad. Ironclad. Right. He was not losing that house. His name was the only title. His name was the only name on the title of the house.
But think about it this way. You talk about Jacob and how and his mom using JDF for money. Maybe he thought, this is speculation, that maybe Tammie was using Jenna to get the money, and maybe that caused him stress.
Here you go, right? How could she use Jenna to get the money? Let's say JDF never self-transitioned, right? Jenna still has no access to that trust because he's still alive. So even if Jenna was like, I'm going to make you the administrator of the trust, she can't do it because he's still alive. So there's no way for Tammie to get access to the money via Jenna as long as JDF's alive. And also, we know that it looks like it's no money because she said in her filing, hey, we need to find the money. Where's it at? So you got that like, she about to be Scrooge McDuck? Nope. It ain't happening because she like, I need help to find the goddamn money. Where is it at?
Right.
Did Brooke take it? Did Tony take it? I don't know. I'm not trying to make any allegations against Tony, but shout out to Tony, man. He did come up and most people wouldn't do it live. So thank you, Brent. So you voted alcohol.
I voted Ambien, alcohol, and life. All three.
All right. We had 60-40. We got 322,000 people watching. Thank you, Brent, man. I appreciate you coming up. I appreciate all the contributions and your donation to the channel. Appreciate it.
Yes. Now, the money I would have given to Jenna, I gave some of it to you.
All right. Cool. Bye, man. So look, shout out to Brent, man. He's always respectful. He respectfully disagrees with me a lot of times, and it's cool. I get it. At least he ain't trolling me in my emails. At least he ain't sending me hate mail on Instagram and TikTok and all that. So we at 59-41%. This is cool. It's still a hung jury. So all y'all, hey, we need to convict Tammie. How? We can't even get the majority. We can't get the majority. Who do we have coming up now? Rots. Can you hear me, Rots? Can we get a thumbs up? All right, Rots. What's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm doing all good. How about yourself, man?
I'm all right. Nice sound. What did you vote? Alcohol or Tammie?
Man, honestly, I gotta say the alcohol, man.
No way! I thought it was Tammie.
Yo, I mean, look, it could be a combination of things.
Oh, it could be a combination. He playing it
but
safe.
No. It could be a combination of things, but at the end of the day, alcohol just takes you the worst direction.
It's not just alcohol. It's alcohol, Ambien, which also is going to make you more think about self-transition.
Exactly.
That's your life. You lost your brother. You lost your mom. You lost your stepdaughter.
Exactly. You know,
and like I gave you the story of my cousin. No one knew. I didn't know.
Hey, man, you know, those things can build up. The main thing I wanted to come in and add is
go ahead.
The whole talk about, you know, why JDF wouldn't self-transition. The thing is, like, all that is like a fight. It's like, you know, you might have a good round where you trading shots with your depression or your stress and all that. But it might flare up on you. It might land a nasty 10-20 piece combo on you.
It hit him with the Adyukin.
Exactly.
It's like it was Adyukin. It was like, bro, I got served the day after my mom transitioned and come to court. I need to get away.
Exactly.
Boom.
So it all can add up. So that's why I don't look at them any different. If anything, I feel bad because even as someone just a fan, I wish I could have just teleported, like man, it's okay. I get it, man. But
all right. Thank you, Rots, man, for coming up.
So before I end, I just want to say to you personally,
okay,
I think you handled this good, man. I subscribe to you, man.
Thank you.
I subscribe to you, man, and I'm gonna call you Hardcore Henry because you went hard these last few days, man.
I could have went harder. It's so much stuff, man. But I just wanted to paint a picture that one, he was a human, and two, he was dealing with things more than divorce. And look, the prenup was like, bro, she getting $1,500 a month in a car. Hey, where's the fuck? I mean, she getting $1,500 a month in a car. Where do I sign? Where do I sign?
Yo, for real, man. But yeah, you handled this well, man. You got a new subscriber, Hardcore Henry, because you definitely went hard, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man.
No problem. Take it.
You too. All right. Who we got? We got Tucker, right? We got Tucker. I saw a Green Ranger helmet. Tucker, can you hear me? Green Ranger. Let's see. All right, come on up, bro. What's going on?
Hey, what's
Tucker?
up, man? So I'm one of the few that voted for voted Tammie. But
ooh, hold on. Before we get to that, let's acknowledge a contributor. Switch my vote. Jury scenario. Can I have 100% evidence to convict anyone of any crime? Okay. All right. What does this person say? How much facts do you have on Ambien than just an interview from Skye? Good work, brother. Only person who can confirm it will be the toxicology report, or if Tammie just come out and be like, yeah, he was on Ambien. But that I'm just basing it off of Skye, what Skye said, and I just did the research. All right, so what you got, Tucker?
So the reason why I put Tammie is more so that she was the trigger. As someone else who has ADHD, like I noticed JDF had, he mentioned it in the In My Head video. One big thing that happens with people with ADHD is called rejection sensitive dysphoria, which is where anything that is any kind of rejection, we feel it tenfold. And all it takes is one intrusive thought to throw us into a tailspin. So mix that with the alcohol and the Ambien. There you go.
All right. But they were reconciling.
All it takes is one thing. As someone who has been in that same kind of boat, luckily, hey, I'm still here. But I had something similar where I was, with a girl that I was dating, and a thing happened and switched just like that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Tucker.
That's why I said Tammie, but yeah.
I appreciate you standing on it. Like, look, dog, no, it's Tammie. I experienced this, and all it takes is one you said rejection, right? One rejection.
Rejection sensitive dysphoria.
And boom, you were having self-transition thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm happy you here, Tucker, to share your story. And
hey, I am too.
What'd you think of the investigation before I go to the next person?
Oh, it was awesome. I loved it. I loved every bit of it.
Okay. Did you learn anything new about JDF? Like what he was going on in his personal life?
Oh yeah. We all idolized him for the most part. I
see the helmet. Yeah.
I see it. It kind of, he's human, just like all of us. He's got his problems. He's got his things just like the rest of us, so.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Tucker, for your honesty. Thank you for coming up, and you have a great day, my man.
You too.
Peace. All right. We got Diane King. I think I spoke to you before, right? All right. Make it quick. And then we got JW Kirkland. Then we're going to shut her down. So like the stream, guys. We got 302,000 people up in here and only 260 likes. Can we get some more likes up? Even if you voted how you voted. All right. So what's up, Diane King?
I was kind of neutral, but I'm leaning more toward Tammie just because she knew him and she knew his buttons and knew how to irritate him. And so I think that no, go ahead.
So you're speculating that she irritated him and caused him to, despite the alcohol and Ambien use.
Well, I'm sure that the alcohol and the Ambien played a part in it, but she could have just irritated him and made it worse. Like you just said that you're divorced, right? So I'm sure your ex knew how to work your buttons, knew how to get on your last nerve.
She did.
She may not have drove you to self-delete, and thank God, because you
No
wouldn't be
one,
here.
no one ever will. No one ever
Don't
will.
let nobody have that kind of power over you. But he never got over Eric, never got over his mom, you know. And then
So
the flip, no, go ahead.
if you're saying he never got over Eric and he never got over his mom, and we know Eric self-transitioned, you're
Yeah.
still saying it was Tammie.
Yeah, because
All right.
because you got to think about it. Men are taught that boys don't cry, right? He probably held all that stuff in. Then you got to think about him being everyone's hero, the Green
Okay.
Ranger. Some people had a crush on him. He was their first love, whether you touched him or not. That's a whole nother conversation. We idolized him. We looked up to him. You know,
All right. Well,
we loved you.
hey,
We loved
how,
the original six for our own reasons.
okay.
And
I hate to
so,
cut
then
you off,
not to mention, I'm sorry, his stepdaughter also self-transitioned, right?
yes.
You know, and may God protect her. May every soul that is facing judgment find peace or whatever.
All right. Well,
It was a lot for him to handle, and he broke.
yeah, he definitely broke.
Did he have a drink? He possibly did. Did he pop an Ambien? I'm not sure.
Well, Skye
Maybe
said
he did.
he
You know,
did.
perhaps.
So
Then
you
you got
got.
to.
So
I'm
you're.
sorry, you got to think about his children too. He
All
loved
right.
his
Hold on,
children.
Diane.
He loved all of them.
Hold on. Are you saying you don't believe that Skye is telling the truth that he was taking Ambien?
I'm sure that he was to deal with the pressure, but you
Okay.
got to think.
So he was
You know,
taking Ambien, and you saw what
yeah,
happened to people who are depressed who take Ambien, and you're still saying it was Tammie.
because she was
I just need
there.
a
She
yes or
drove.
no. I
Yep,
just need a yes or no.
she
Okay. Yeah.
drove him over the edge.
All right. Thank you, Diane, for coming up. I appreciate you.
And
You
thank
hold
you for what
hold
you've
the
done and
line.
how you covered this whole thing.
All right. Thank you. All right. You have a good
Yeah.
day, Diane. Look, you can't tell Diane nothing. She like, yep, I saw that. I don't care. It was Tammie. All right, appreciate you. All right, JW Kirkland, can you hear me? He thumbs up me. All right, JW Kirkland, let's go. How you doing, man?
Doing good, Henry. How about yourself, man? Pleasure seeing you again.
All right. Who did you vote? How did you vote?
Well, obviously I voted for that no good, dirty, rotten Tammie. No, I voted for
hey.
alcohol, Ambien,
All right,
and life.
hey, I just want to know how you voted.
No. I just had to mess with you a little bit. It's been a long night on you. I want to see if I can make you laugh.
Oh, yeah, you definitely. Okay, so why did you vote the way you voted?
Well, again, speaking as somebody who went through a lot of therapy and things in order to get from the point that he was at, like seeing that door as a visible thing, it's just all I had was life on my factors. I didn't drink, I didn't do drugs or anything like that. Knowing that those now play a factor in that area, that's definitely, in my opinion, what played the harsher point of tipping him over the edge. Because if you're sober minded and you're just dealing with the stresses of life, I feel like it's a little bit easier to kind of cope
absolutely.
and recognize. But once you throw those other chemical factors in, stuff that's not natural to the body, things that can cause certain chemicals in your brain to react and tip you to that point, that's going to be the real deciding factor of releasing your will to it, essentially.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, JW Kirkland. What'd you think of the investigation? Was I fair? Was I too hard? How was I?
Henry, man, you were awesome. Again, even if you stop covering this, I'm still going to try to follow your channel, see what I can do to support you out.
Just like the stream. You want to help me like the stream?
I will definitely like the stream. I love the stream. I love it.
All right, man. Thank you for coming up and share. All right, we got Ayla. Can you hear me, Ayla? She said yes. All right. All right, Ayla, what's going on? How you doing, Ayla?
I'm good. It's Allah, by the way.
Allah. All right. I'm sorry, Allah. It's Allah, y'all. All right. First question. Which way did you vote?
I want to see the toxicology report.
Oh, okay. Did you
Though
abstain?
there's
hold on.
proof.
Did you abstain from voting?
Yes, I did. However,
okay.
The alcohol is a depressant. I think
No.
we all know this.
It was. I didn't know that.
Yes, no, alcohol is considered a
Okay.
depressant for sure. And mixed with Ambien, which I had personally and family members on Ambien.
Okay.
You do get the munchies. You do things that you don't remember the next day. It does mess with your memory.
Ayla is speaking from pure testimony, y'all, that munchies is a side effect of Ambien. What about self-deletion thoughts? Have your friends ever experienced that while on Ambien?
There was aggression for sure, and they don't remember the aggression.
Okay, what
You
about
could have literally a full-blown conversation with a person on Ambien, and they will not recall at all the next day.
Okay.
At all.
All right. So you still want to hear the toxicology and
The police report not so much, but the toxicology, yes.
okay, so if the toxicology report comes back and shows that he had, can you silence that phone?
Well, then for sure, the Tammie has a part to play in it, but she's not the pure,
I'm sorry,
cause by itself.
I couldn't hear you because my it was cutting out. Go ahead, say it again.
That I would vote for life, alcohol, and
No, the part where you said Tammie what?
oh, Tammie, I'm sure had a part to play, like a trigger. However, I don't think she's the only cause. A trigger,
right.
yes. Cause, no. And you can't convict her.
Okay, you can't convict her?
You cannot.
All right. Thank you, Ayla, for sharing your insight and personal experience, your family's personal experience. What do you think about the investigation? Then I'm gonna bring up my
I loved
number
it.
one.
I think you did an awesome job.
Okay. All right. Well, thank
Definitely.
you, Ayla. You have a wonderful night. Make sure you
You
like the
too.
show on the way out. All right. Have a good one. Hey, okay, guys. So people, look, this is my number one former troll turn co-investigator turn. We got to put some cats in the chat for Buggy Cat or Budgie. I always mess up his name. He could just tell me. He got a new camera, y'all. He got a new camera. Give it up for my man who got a new camera. He broke the case kind of, but I knew the information that he's provided with me, and I just took it a little step further. But without further ado, give us your expert opinion on this investigation because he knows a lot. So go ahead, Budgie Cat.
All right. I don't know if you could see. This is my Green Ranger bike.
Oh, okay. Now look at this. He brings out the better camera for the Green Ranger bike. When he want to talk crap to me, he got the worst camera in the world. But when he want to show the bike off, he got the nice camera. So he got the Green Ranger guitar, Green Ranger motorcycle. Is that a Ducati?
It's a Ninja.
Okay, it's a Ninja. Makes sense.
Ninja. Why would I be wearing a Ducati for my Ninja?
Hey, I got you. So go ahead, Budgie Cat. Share everything you want to know. Let everyone know.
I mean, I think you pretty much went over everything, which was amazing. You've been doing a great job. I just wanted to share something. This is probably a little bit off topic, but not really. But when I was in school, I did a report on how different drugs change the altering your mind.
Okay.
So I did in this report. See it. I wrote down this is the placebo, which is basically your brain, and this is the drug in choice, which I had gone over, which is it's a mushroom, so it's not Indian, but it's basically psilocybin. And what it basically does, and the reason why I'm bringing it up, because even though it's not, if it's not linked to Ambien or any other benzos or anything like that, but basically anything that you take, even if it's alcohol or mixing with other drugs, you're basically remapping the brain.
Okay.
So when the minute Skye said, "Oh, he had," Tammie told me he was on Ambien and alcohol, she kind of said it matter of fact.
Exactly. No one caught
it. Went over. She didn't even harp on it, which was so strange to me. I was like, wait a minute.
Let me interrupt you, Budgie. I don't think she knows the impact of alcohol with Ambien.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Because she made a bigger deal about another allegation that we haven't even discussed. I don't know. Maybe you forgot about it, but the other allegation that Tammie said about JDF with the attempted self-deletion.
Oh yeah, the 2 days ago. Yeah. She made that.
I don't know. I don't know where that goes. Is that true? Is that
maybe we should have asked Tony, right? That's what we should have asked. But anyway,
So anyways, with the psilocybin, with the placebo, I for the project that I did, I had made a map of the brain. This is how your brain normally is. You use some pins and some strings, whatever.
Okay.
So so that's how your neural passageways work when you're normal. When you're not intoxicated, when you're not taking any type of benzos or depressants or anything like that, or in this case mushrooms. And then this is what happens when you do take it.
Oh crap!
Yeah,
so look at this, guys. He's bringing evidence of what your brain looks like. Like the Oh Dare commercial. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
Similar, right? Basically, in a nutshell. But when people saying like in a chat, like did he self-delete him while he was sleepwalking, or did he black out? These are very important questions, and these are things that actually do happen. And one thing I've been mentioning, I don't know if you caught it. I think I emailed you about it, but I've been also mentioning it here in the chat. But if you go on the imdb.com.
I saw it. We don't want to mention that. We don't need to mention that.
No, I do want to mention, but once if you go there and you look at the list, one thing I notice is that a lot of it, you start seeing a pattern. So I'm not going to go into the details, obviously, you don't need to mention it, but the patterns that you see is a lot of the things that JDF went through, and he went through a lot. He went through, like I don't even to go over it, cover it, but his brother, his mom, his stepdaughter, the divorce that we mentioned, all those things, the lawsuits, but he also had bipolar issues. If you look at his In My Head poem.
Yes, he brought that up.
He brought up all these different things. He brought up so many things that he said that he even added some things that he's not, just for the fans that might have it.
Yes.
I think he added, I don't think he added MPD, which is also called DID. I don't think he had that. Which for people who don't know is dissociative identity disorder. I don't think he had that. I think he added that for some of his fans that may have it so they could identify. But the things that he did mention that he does have that I've seen him say in other videos, like when he went to Thailand with Tammie once, he said, he was on a train acting goofy, trolling other people on the train just for fun. But he was saying, listen, I have ADD and I'm just trying to get myself out of that situation, or anxiety. So he was talking about anxiety, ADD, bipolar, depression. And one of the major ones that he brought up that was in a poem and a video that wasn't there that he said he removed was, self-deletion tendencies. And he said in an explanation video about that video, which was filmed about 1 month before Shayla transitioned. He said, listen, I'm not perfect. This is a struggle I'm going through, and hopefully we can go through it together. And and when he was talking to it, he was talking to his friend Ishmael, who was an artist that was doing work for him. And Ishmael was a vet. He was a war vet. And he was going through PTSD, because he got shot in the war and everything. And he has a self-help group, I guess in Texas somewhere, and that's how they met. So when he's going over these things, you start to realize, okay, even if he didn't have those traumatic experiences from his brother, from his mom, from his stepdaughter, just those factors alone could be enough to trigger someone to self-delete. Just the compounded issues of having all those different vices would be enough.
So, Budgie Cat, everyone wants to know, when are you going to start your YouTube channel? And make sure you use this camera that you're using.
No, I don't need to do. You already did all the work. We're done here.
It's plenty of, it's other things you could lend your expertise to, man. And you got the camera. You could do it like this. You get a laptop. I'll be watching you like, hey, did you think of this? I'll be doing all that. But shout out to Budgie Cat, man. He's emailed me plenty of times. We've had long conversations. We had I even tasked him with something like, hey, can you look into this for me? I looked into it.
I did, and I told you I don't want to keep digging because that guy scares me now.
I told you. I was like, yo, this is woo. But anyway,
when I went back in the class, like, oh, there's nothing there, Henry. I checked, and I looked back, and then you said something, and then I looked back. I was like, oh no. And then I looked and I researched that, and then I saw this whole thing with the Guy Fawkes mask, and then this music video. I was like, oh no, man, I better not.
Yeah, man. Hey, like the stream, y'all. This stream is over. We just chilling. I'll give y'all like 5 more minutes. But thank you, Budgie Cap, for coming up, man. Appreciate everything. The next story, I'll shoot you. I'll give you a heads up on the next story if you want to be a part of it.
All right, be safe.
All right, be safe, man. All right, so what do y'all guys think? All right, let's go to the poll. We got 56, so this still ain't enough to convict, guys. I know y'all wanted to convict. I mean, we can't convict her of anything because the law doesn't exist, but the majority of you guys think that it was the alcohol and life. There you go. 178 votes, 50%, 56 ambient life and alcohol, and 43% Tammie. I should have put in the third option, Tammie no matter what, because those are the people I really want. Because those people aren't going to be objective. It's going to be Tammie no matter what. So let's see if we can start another poll before we get out of here. Enough. Was the investigation deep enough? We use yes or no. I hate other questions like that give you explanations. If you can't say yes, just say no. And hopefully some of y'all have been here from the beginning. Anyone want to come up? Anyone want to say anything? I'll let this chat run for a minute. I told you the next investigation is going to be deep. It got hairy. And you know what? This is a message for everyone, right? My grandfather, he chose to basically die. And you like, why would he choose to die? And I was so pissed at him. I was so pissed. I'm talking like he easily could have lived for more time. He could have probably years to come. But he was going through cancer treatment and he had to do chemo. And the chemo was just not making him feel good. Look at this, right? I didn't even dig deep enough. Some people 50 and they probably said no because I didn't get the police report or toxicology report. Oh gosh. I don't know. Some people there's no pleasing. I showed y'all the link between I showed y'all everything and still some people just didn't choose it, but that's on y'all. But back to my grandfather. I was pissed off at him, and I'm sure like some people probably pissed off at JDF for the decision he made. And as I got older, I realized that he was in pain and he wanted to get out of here. And at first I went from being mad to now accepting. All right, we got 2 people. I'm gonna give y'all both 1 minute each. Nick Wicked, can you hear me? Can I get a thumbs up, Nick Wicked, if you can hear me? All right, let's bring up Nick Wicked, but don't be mad at JDF for the decision he chose to make. That's my personal thoughts. But all right, Nick, who did you vote for?
What's up, man? Well, you know, it's the
We gotta be
internet,
quick.
so
Tammie or alcohol?
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, Tammie for sure.
Okay, all right. Why?
Well, you know, it's the human interaction, man. Didn't at the beginning of your investigation, did you say they were in a fight, and now we're coming out with like this ambient stuff?
That's what TMZ reported, that there was a fight. And
I've been following you off and on. Like you popped up with the JDF probably algorithm that was hitting my phone because I'm a PR fan. Pops up. Yeah,
So-
you've done well with the investigation, man. You've remained neutral, I guess.
You've actually donated to the channel, Nick.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you for your donation. Even if you say Team Tammie, like we respect everyone's opinions over here.
Well, so listen, man. Like, as you know, having women in your life can be complicated.
Oh,
I'm
for sure.
You have kids, right?
I have a daughter. Her
Yeah.
stuff-
I have a daughter as well.
Oh, congrats. How old is she?
15, dude. I
Oh,
had her.
shit,
I
you
was
did it
young.
earlier.
Yeah.
Go ahead, make it quick, man.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I think that JDF, from what I saw from him, man, from what you can tell when you watch his stuff and see, the tiredness in his eyes and stuff like that from kind of his more recent videos.
Oh, guess what? That
Yeah.
tiredness look is a side effect of Ambien.
Yeah,
If you look it up, I didn't bring it up, but go ahead.
So, I mean, the Ambien and the alcohol, I mean, that's probably what sealed the deal, man. But it's the personal it's the personal interactions that put him over the edge.
So if you are in a jury, you say,
No, it's non-criminal. It's something she'll have to live with. for
Okay.
the rest of her life, man.
All right. Well, thank you, Nick Wickett,
Yeah, bro.
for standing by what you believe in and being respectful. So and thanks for donating to the show, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for the content.
Hey, was the investigation good?
Oh, I mean, done more work than anyone else I've seen. I mean, all the other people are pretty lazy and ass kissing.
Hey, no one wants to put in the work, Nick.
Yeah.
No one wants to put in work. Hey, thank you for donating. Thank you for coming up, and thank you for sharing your opinion, man.
Yeah, take care, dude.
All right, you too. D Watkins, let's go. You ready?
Yeah, man. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Who did you vote for?
It's interesting you say that because I literally
Who did you vote? We got to be quick.
Okay, the alcohol.
Okay, you voted for the alcohol.
It really changed my opinion because I'm
Whoa.
my opinion. I'm not gonna lie to you because when I first started watching the videos, I was like, man, it's something with Tammie. It's something with Tammie. But then when you started like giving me all the information, I was like, well, he was going through a lot, man. It's deep that a lot of people didn't know, but he was going through a lot. I'm not saying what he did was right, but all I'm saying is it changed my opinion, man. And I appreciate that you did that, man. And I don't know how I found you. I just happened to type in like Jason David Frank, and then I seen it. I was like, man, I need to figure this out.
To be clear, your opinion was Tammie in the beginning, but at the end, it's the alcohol, Ambien, and life.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Thank
changed.
you. Thank you, man. If it was earlier, I would let you stay on and we'll chop it up. But I'm gonna get the law, and then I'm gonna get out of here and go to sleep.
Man.
Hey, appreciate you being honest. Hey, make sure you like the stream, D Watkins. Hey, before you go, what posters you got up in the background?
Man, listen, that's right here. That's exhibit. That's
Hey, he going through a divorce. He about to get cooked.
Oh, you're gonna have to put that in there. I want to know what's up with that.
Who's the other two?
That's Chris Brown right here. That's Breezy.
Okay. And who's in the middle?
We got Tupac in the middle. Man, I'm an artist, so that's why you see this. Like, if you look me up on like YouTube, D Watkins Forever. I'm on.
Okay, shout out to D Watkins. If Amon can put his channel in the chat, man. Shout out to D Watkins. And thanks for coming up. I wish you the success in your rap career, or I'm assuming
Singer,
rap. Right?
R&B singer.
R&B singer. All right. This R&B singers. Excuse me for me speculating. Okay. All right. Be easy, man. Thank you. All right, now we gonna bring up Law. He made me this bracelet, y'all. This Henry Resilient bracelet. I hope y'all can see it. Is it not? Anyway, I like it. All right, Law, you got 2 minutes, man. Who did you vote for? I can't hear you. Hold on. You got to unmute your mic.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'm still pretty much on team. I don't know because I mean I wasn't there, so I can't.
Did you vote at all?
I think I might have accidentally voted, but because I was trying to actually swipe the thing off. But like I said, I put in the chat that I was team. I don't know because like I said, I wasn't there, so I can't comment or speculate. But yeah, I mean the whole Ambien thing and getting the munchies. Yeah, I can understand that.
My email is wrong. It's supposed to say Henry Resilient. Thank you, April. So you accidentally voted, and you don't remember who you voted for. How did
I think I might have voted the Ambient and the life and stuff like that. I think that's what I accidentally probably hit. Yeah.
I could have liked the third option for not voting, but I typically like yes or no answers. I like ones or zeros. But thank you, Law, for the bracelet. Thank you for coming up, man, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely. I'll say after all this is said and done, everybody, y'all gotta definitely check out Henry's other content besides talking about JDF.
It's just as good, but appreciate you, Law. You have a good one. All right, y'all. I think it's been real. Like the stream on the way out. Look at this. 66% people said I didn't dig deep enough. Oh gosh. Hey, I did my best, man. I did my best. I did the best that I possibly can do. And I hopefully all y'all can see. I may have like two more JDF videos coming. If y'all don't want to agree with the facts presented, that's on y'all. So I'll leave y'all with that poem because that poem is fire. Oh my goodness, that poem is fire. It was a tough night for me, guys. I kid you not. The first, just reading his words, I was tearing up. So I had to skedaddle. I almost was about to just come back with the glasses. Like, we just gonna wear glasses. I was probably just gonna do it just like this. But I hate that, I want y'all to see my eyes, see my, the windows to my soul. But I almost brought out the glasses, talking about JDF, talking about his mother, talking about Shayla. I couldn't imagine finding any. If I would have found my cousin, oh my goodness, I've been broken. I probably wouldn't be here. Not because I would have self-transitioned, but it's tough when you're talking about people going. It is bad, man. It is bad. So, like I said, we talked about a lot of death today. It was his brother, self-transition. It was his mom from cancer. It was Shayla. It was my cousin. It was my grandfather. And reading a poem, reading those words, I was getting choked up. So I almost was going to do the stream just like this. I kid you not. I was just going to be like, we're going to just do it like this, guys, because it's getting hard for me. And I didn't want y'all, see me break down. I kid you not. I've cried in front of men twice. It ain't a good feeling. I wasn't like, I was just like like Denzel Washington. What's the movie where what's the meme where he just looking and just a tear run down? That was me. One time was at work. When I heard I was getting cashed out, I was just like, I can't believe this. And the second time was, I ain't gonna say the second time. And I kid you not. All right. So when I'm crying at work, right? I'm not like, I'm just like, everything I just built is about to be taken. And then someone walked in my office and they was just like, hey, what are we supposed to do about this? I looked this person dead in their eye with boom, boom, gave them the direction that I needed them to do, and they walked out. And I never spoke to this person about that interaction between him and I, but I'm sure he remembers it. It was bad. It was bad. But shout out to my favorite cowgirl fan, Judith. You definitely brought more clarity for me on this. Okay, Judith. Clarity will set in a little bit more for you this Sunday when the Cowboys are not playing anymore. So shout out to the cowgirls. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Like the stream. I may have 2 JDF videos in the tuck. I'll probably start chopping these up to put out stuff on JDF, but if you watch the stream, you don't have to watch the videos if you want. So hey, I appreciate all y'all. I appreciate y'all liking the stream. I appreciate all the people who donated. Dust Productions, the biggest sponsor. He sponsored stream after stream. Shout out to Dust Productions. I appreciate you. And I'm gonna leave y'all with my favorite poem, man. This poem is so tough.
Fall. It's been a while since I wrote. I'm sure at times everyone has moped. But this ain't me. I don't want to go back to where I was. All I could do is pray and hope. Shake it off, but when I do, my mind says, nope. I mean, how do I deal with this? How do I even cope? I don't want to slide, but it is a slippery slope. I'm struggling, I'm grabbing, I slip because I missed the rope. My emotions are overflowing like a waterfall. The words I speak are positive. Well, at least I think they are. Overall, with stress occurring regularly, it's too fast. It's a hand-side. Emotions are thrown like a curveball. But how can you even breathe when the air feels like ethanol? I mean, I want to fight back my mind. I want to brawl, but when I punch, I'm on the ground. I mean, I see the takedown. I begin to sprawl, but I miss. All I can do is crawl. Then I disappear. I'm gone. And it's just me staring at the ceiling wall. I mean, people can see my pain. You can see it in my eyeball. The sun would shine, but the darkness moves in, becomes a rainfall. I'm all over the place, like a human pinball. So I delay and I begin to stall. Please, God, take my hand before I fall.